Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to anyone who is watching this live and watching the replay. And first and foremost, when it comes to with this podcast, if you guys could hear me, if you guys could see me too, when it comes to with my camera and my microphone that's built in this laptop, when it comes to with Apple products too. So shout out to Apple and making their awesome laptops and phones too. And just, for anyone who's watching this live and watching the replay, if you can hear me, if you can see me, feel free to let me know. Welcome you guys to another after hour conversation when it comes to with having like discussions about any topics you want to talk about when it comes to with entertainment, personal growth, or relationships, self-care, and wellness, those kind of topics, or other topics as well. So I appreciate you guys for being here, for just, subscribing if you're new, if you're, coming back, watching the replay, all that good stuff too. So I just really want to address that. And for those who are just, watching this too, and just really getting back to the thick of things too, when it comes to is from my birthday celebration and everything else. I got some really cool stuff I want to share with you guys today too, that I would like your perspective on too, especially when it comes to with relationships and personal growth and with, personal growth, relationships and all that, and sexuality too. So really cool stuff I want to share with you guys too. So if you're open to listening, and shout out to all the people who sent me some birthday wishes on Facebook and on Instagram, and especially in person too. I appreciate you guys for all the birthday wishes, even though I didn't respond to most of them because it'll be a really long time just to respond to them. But I really do appreciate them too when it comes to the birthday wishes on social media, whether it's on Facebook and Instagram or even in person too, which is I totally am okay with that. So just really want to, address that to anyone who's just, watching this. And what's up, Michelle? Good to see you. Oh, no worries. Yeah, take your time when it comes to with Michelle doing what she has to do. That's cool. No pressure. So I appreciate you for asking me, but it's just like when it comes to, with that kind of stuff too. That's if you want to share, that's cool. If you don't want to, that's totally cool too. It's none of my business, but hey, I appreciate it if you want to just let me know about that. So hold on for a second. I gotta throw something in the trash. So there we go. Okay, I am back. I am back. So I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend, especially when it comes to with dealing with certain things and with just from working to just pursuing your goals, your education, staying healthy, not just, physically, but in all aspects too, when it comes to for your emotional health, mental health, energetic health, and spiritual health too. So I just really want to, address that too. And especially to anyone who is just watching this live and watching the replay too. So you're probably wondering what I'm doing too when it comes to with this. It's like, is he smoking weed? It's like any 420 right now. So it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like any 420. And it's just like, let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it.
So when it comes to with that, and it's just like I'm just saging too, just using like white sage just to clear my energy too. And oh yes, happy Easter to anyone who is just watching this. And I totally forgot it was Easter. I was like, I know it's a certain day, but I was like, it's probably Easter. I was like, oh, sure enough, it's Easter, of course. So happy Easter to all the Aries babies out there, the Easter babies too. April babies, including myself and other people too. Yo, what's up? Your spirit's hand. What's good? What's good? Thank you for being here too. So when it comes to with that, good to see you. My awesome, awesome friend. When it comes to with that, she's like a partner in crime. So I say not partner in crime, but like, a partner, not, in the most weird ways, but like, like with Batman and Robin and Hercules and Aeolus and Superman and Batman and you know how it is too, those partners, so it's kind of like a team. Like we're a team. And same goes to you guys too. So yes, indeed. Oh, cool. Happy birthday, Melinda. Your birthday fell on Easter too. Cool. That's what's up. Who did some awesome stuff on your birthday too. So Cool stuff, Melinda. Happy birthday. Hope you had a awesome Easter birthday too. So good stuff. Good stuff. And yeah, it's just really interesting too. And I just really wants to share some stuff with you guys too that I've learned from a certain workshop that I went to also. And I want your guys' perspective on it, just be real and just really being, I know, just like being blunt and genuine and honest with you, with me too. And for anyone else who's watching this live and watching a replay too, when it comes to with that, it's just, you know, just sitting with it too. And especially when it comes to with the topic of relationships, since I want to just talk to you about that for a bit too. So, and it's just amazing too. And especially when it comes to with relationships and even like going to like workshops that can help you to enhance your relationships as well. For anyone who's just likes to do that kind of stuff, so like with workshops, it could be like with art, it could be with music, or it could be with gaming, whatever kind of workshops that you guys like to do too. When it comes to with that, that's totally cool. And like for me too, I went to like another tantric workshop too. So it was with the same person that I, went to before, but it wasn't at a yoga studio. It was at her place this time. So it was really cool too. And when it comes to with that, with this tantric workshop, it was like, oh, just getting there was not too bad. Finding a parking spot was a pain in the ass because it felt like I was in LA again when it comes to with that. And but it was cool. I found a parking spot, making sure I didn't block anything that's unnecessary too. And for those who are listening, for those who are younger too, when it comes to the age range of my audience too, because I check my analytics. So these topics are for mature adults only. If you're under 18, I suggest you to really just mute this part of this podcast right now because I'm about to, talk about some grown folks stuff here too. So just out of respect too, for anyone who's younger than 18 and who's watching this, this channel too, or this specific podcast. I just really want to address with that too, and just really being respectful and responsible content creator too. I'm not trying to, fake the funk here, but also being really genuine. But getting back to the topic of hand too, it was just really interesting. And I got to my friend's place, and I'm not going to mention any names. I'm just going to explain, what I experienced. And just feel free to share how you feel about that too. And so when I got there, I was like, went to her place and she invited me in. It was really cool. And it was just like when I got there, like everybody just started dancing. I was like, oh, interesting. Is that like, when it comes to like with certain workshops, especially when it comes to with the tantric workshop? I don't know if you guys ever kind of like experienced that too, when it comes to just like, oh, like when you get there, it's like people are just having a good time and dancing and all that. I was like, okay, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. And it's just really interesting too that I got there. And when I got there, I noticed my body was really intense because all the driving too. And I was like, oh man, like my shoulder was hurting again too because all the driving and people just swerving like they're in Fast and Furious and shit. I think they're Dom Toretto and all that. I was like, damn, man, it's like people driving and driving in two lanes and shit. It probably make me look at them like this. Hold on, I'm gonna play a clip. Hold on, where's that clip? Where's that clip? Where's the clip? Oh, there it is. So I was looking at these certain drivers who are driving like Dom Toretto like this.
The fuck are you out of your damn mind?
I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me, man. But out of all this too, despite that, the journey was just it was cool. But getting back to the topic of that, it was just cool that it was just when I got there, they were starting to do like this kind of like activity too when it comes to with eye gazing. I'm not sure like anyone has participated like doing eye gazing before. Is basically where you like for this workshop specifically when it comes to for like singles and adults, like all the single people had to rotate, certain partners when it comes to with men and women because it's kind of like I say it's like a straight, really friendly tantric workshop, but it's also LGBTQ friendly too. So when it comes to with that, my friend mentioned that too in the workshop. But when it comes to the certain people, just rotating certain people, especially when it comes to with the men and women. Like when I got there, I think with the single people, there was like the single people outweigh the couples there too because there was like only one couple there and sure enough, The guy was like a, like a established, dude too, older guy, but his girlfriend was Brazilian. She was beautiful as hell. And she looked like an actress that I seen too in the movie. I was like, it was cool. But getting to that also, we were about to do this eye gazing activity, and I was paired up with someone that I think her name was Cher or something. So I think I oops I mentioned someone's name. Sorry about that. When it comes to with that, I just paired up with this one person, and she was just like, she was really cool. Just really, looking at my eyes for a minute, looking at my left eye, and looking at to my right eye, and she just sensing some stuff too about, when it comes to seeing like rainbows and, earth and all that too. And it's just like, oh, that's interesting because people don't talk about my eyes like that too, unless they're really looking looking at me a certain way, they kind of like, they want to jump my bones or they just want to ask me something, so it's kind of like, oh, that's cool. Think my eyes are a particular way too, just by meeting me for the first time, which is really cool. And then, like, I said some, when it comes to with her, the way that her eyes look too, because her eyes were really, um, they're kind of like, it looked to me kind of like grayish. It was really cool, like grayish green. It was like a really unique color. So it's kind of like a light rainforest kind of color too, which is really cool. When I mentioned that to her, she's really appreciate that. And then like the second activity that we did too, and brace yourselves, this is gonna be really wild. We had to like basically like when it comes to like with certain touch, it could be like a kiss or just like a I say like touching someone's hand too. So I think it was the next activity. It was really cool. And sure enough, I wasn't like expecting that because with tantric events, it's just like you never know what you're gonna get. It's like a mystery dish. So it was just like when it comes to with that kind of activity and everything else, it was just like when it comes to with the touch, especially when it comes to with the kissing and all that, the partner that I was with, the same person, she just like, if someone want like for the single people who are just participating, if they want to be kissed a certain way, like the forehead or the hands or the neck, they just point it out too when it comes to with that. And they just really ask for consent too when it comes to with that from each other, especially when it comes to with men and women who are single. And like, I was just being my respectful self. I was like, oh shit, like you're gonna kiss somebody? I was like, whoa, what the hell? I just nothing, that's nuts. So I just went along with it just because it's my friend's workshop. But it was just like when it comes to with that, she just like immediately just pointed out the places that where she wanted to be kissed. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make the best of it. So I did. It comes to it that, this smooching in a really respectful way, of course. And with her, it was just reciprocated back. It was like a fun activity. And then like, the next thing that we know, we switched partners. And then I think the next thing that we did too was kind of like a massage thing. So I was paired up with the actual host who was, making it all happen. I was like, oh, I was just like a demonstration when it comes to the massage techniques. It was really cool. So, like with like when you get a massage and especially from like a friend or professional too. They do like certain like massage techniques that can really help relax your muscles and realign your body too. It was really cool. It was something like in the movies, but it was just really cool with that too. And she asked me if like I was okay with that, and I was like, "Go for it. This is really fun." So when it comes to with that, I just felt like the first one it was just like got like a shoulder massage and everything else. Like that. The Jaguar walk and, everything else. So like many forms of massage is really cool. Like even like near my butt and near my hips too, I got like a really good massage. I was like, oh shit, getting my hips realigned. And that's like, I'm finding out getting clapped. So when it comes to with that, it was really cool. And, sure enough, it was like a really good massage. And then next thing I know, we had to switch, places. So it was my turn to just massage somebody, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, it felt like I was in that massage school that I went to before, but I was like, I did my best, just going to my Reiki background and all that. So it was just like when it comes to with you know asking her like, "Is this okay if I could just massage you in certain places?" And she was like, "Go for it," and she really appreciated when it comes to with asking consent. And sure enough, when it comes to with that, I massage her, shoulders, her hands, her hips, and everything else too. So down to her ankles and her feet, and then back up again too with certain massage techniques. And then there was like a next activity too. Even after we took a break, it was just like when it comes to we had to lay down with somebody when it comes to laying their head on their chest and basically just like when it comes to touching again, just like, whether it's just like on the neck or in the forehead, the third eye, you know, just like near their chin too. It was really wild. And like the partner that I was with too was a different person. So it's kind of like, rotating partners too, or just for the single people out there too. We were just rotating partners. It was really cool. I was paired up with this beautiful sister here too, there too. She was really cool. And I asked her too. It was just like, because I'm a respectable person, and it's just like, is it okay if I could search you certain places, when it comes to with that, and if you feel uncomfortable? And I told her, just let me know, and she really appreciated that, and she said, go for it, wherever that floats your boat. So I just went along, we'll go with the flow when it comes to just, with that genuine and consensual touch. It was really powerful. And even like with those activities that I did with the other people too, especially with different women, and all that too, from the kissing and the eye gazing and to the palm readings too that I just experienced. And and it just really made me realize about how important and powerful consent is too, and especially when it comes to with honor people's boundaries, especially in relationships, and especially for single people out there too who are just wondering how to do that too, and especially like when it comes to with the opposite sex, for women who are attracted to men, but they really just kind of you know feel a certain way about men too, which I understand, just because men can really just be weird, they can be unpredictable, and so on and so forth. I mean, I don't blame women for not being around certain men, and it's just like I mentioned this a lot when it comes to with the people in the uh, workshop, and they told me that they really feel comfortable with me because I'm a you know safe person to be around with, and they supposedly love my energy because I'm a sweet and strong person just by reading my hands and all that too. So I was like, oh, thank you. And even just like with that too, one person said that my hair smelled good too. I was like, oh, thanks. I because like before I got to the workshop, I took a shower, I had to wash my hair, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, floss and all that shit. I did not want to be funky in these streets. So it's kind of like, with that, that's where the self care background comes in, So it's kind of like washing your body, having clean clothes, clean energy, clean body, your skin smooth, your breath smells good, and your hair looks good too, and all that. So even if it gets messy during the workshop too, having fun with all that. So when it comes to with that, but really getting back to the topic when it comes to with consent, with boundaries and consent too in relationships, I just realized how important that is too, especially when it comes to with people just being, really vulnerable in a really just like a safe space. And it's just like when it comes to with those, workshops, like those tantric workshops or workshops relating to relationships, it's really powerful. And especially when it comes to with boundaries and consent, it's just like if you don't feel comfortable just doing something, you don't really have to do that. And if someone says that to me, I'll listen to that. I have no problem doing that. And even if it's like with the opposite sex too, when it comes to with that. And it's just made me realize how important that is. And I want to know from you guys' perspective how important it is for you guys when it comes to with boundaries and consent, when it comes to with relationships too, because it's just like, it's really important and really powerful too. And especially, when it comes to with relationships, because nowadays too, like people do the most craziest things, and even people don't want to deal with certain people because they've been ghosted or they've been like betrayed, and just really, being betrayed, and what's the other word too? Just like betrayed in the most weirdest ways. And I get that, I understand that too because I've experienced that before. But at the same time too, especially learning how to really just like to honor people's boundaries and just really being a good listener. It's like a really powerful skill to learn too, especially when it comes to with meeting single women to in certain spaces too, and even the things that you like to do. So, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very important indeed. And that just like with that workshop too, and especially with my friend, just talking about that with her workshop with her partner, her partner who was hosting with her. And just like, that's like, yeah, just never like pushing your boundaries too. If someone doesn't feel comfortable doing something, especially if they're like the opposite sex, just, honoring that too. And just like, being a good listener and a communicator can really just go a long way too when it comes to with that. And, that's, I have no problem continuing to learn that too. Yeah, like even though like people love my energy and everything else, they say I'm, beautiful and, kind and strong and all that, which I appreciate those compliments too. But it's just like, hey, you don't feel comfortable doing something, and just let me know. It's, just because I want to, honor you guys' boundaries too, and just really asking it. And sure enough, my friend was just, even after I gave her a massage, the host of the whole um workshop too, she was all energized and stuff too. I was like, oh shoot, like did she like the massage? I was like, I hope it wasn't like uncomfortable or anything like that. Because I got like really strong hands, and I was trying to keep them soft and all that too. Even like with the palm reading that I did too with the host of the workshop, because she was like a partner too when it comes to participating. Like, her hands are really powerful but soft at the same time. I was like, oh shit, this is really cool. So in my mind, I was saying that. But at the same time, too, I was just like, okay, like if she's comfortable with this, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna not think about it too much and just really go with the flow. So when it comes to with that. But yeah, Melinda, just really not pushing people's boundaries and really just honoring that too when it comes to what they will tolerate, what they won't tolerate. That is essential too. So basically, when it comes to with the whole workshop, I did some kissing and hugging and all that stuff too, breath work and body work and all that too, all at one day. And I just want to know from you guys too, have you guys ever been to workshops like that? And if so, like how was that kind of experience? Like for me personally, because I've have some experience with that too, like going to certain workshops and events too. I just when it comes to with that from 2021 until now, it was like, oh, that's interesting. So if you guys want to share that too, you don't have to. So, but yeah, I just really want to share that for anyone, especially to all the single people out there too, and to the couples out there too, who are just, like to practice healthy relationships with ourselves and with other people, with your partners, people who you're dating, your friends, so on and so forth. And yeah, it's really important. Yeah, that's basically it when it comes to with that. So yeah, it's just really powerful experience too. You never done anything like that? I understand. Yeah, so it's just like I don't know, maybe I'm just more experienced than I realize too, because it's like always trying to be humble and not trying to be cocky too when it comes to with that. But I have my near share of experiences when it comes to doing some wild stuff. Not like wild stuff in ways that's just weird, but really fun and wild stuff that can really just, uplift uplift your whole self, if that makes sense too, to anyone who's listening. So especially with that too. And they're looking forward to seeing me again too. So when it comes to with that, and even just like, going to certain workshops like that too, that are connected with relationships and everything else. Like my friend of mine said they're gonna probably do another one, but it's gonna be more, you know, powerful than I experienced. More the workshops I'm gonna let me rephrase that. The workshop that they're gonna do too in the next, I'm not sure when, but it's gonna be more creative and powerful too. So it's gonna be really wild and crazy too. I can't explain it too because I don't want to get my channels shut down. But basically, it's gonna be like comfortable clothing and more kind of like fun activities for people to really just explore too. So yeah, it's interesting. And when it comes to with that, and just like sharing how important boundaries and consent is too. It's just like, if someone says no, you really gotta honor that. Whether it's a man, especially for women too, who they say want to say no to a man, that's cool. And especially for men too, they don't want to experience anything. Saying no is really good too, especially from a healthy and genuine space. So yeah, that's basically it when it comes to with that. And of course, too, I owe you guys when it comes to with the daily kind of live streams too, because with my birthday and all that, like a controlled or in a ways too, it's kind of well, because orgies involves intercourse. So when it comes to with that, you're not too far off, but it's not like that in a ways. It's because no, maybe I'm just overthinking it. So I don't know. Maybe it's something like that, but it's not like intercourse involved. Maybe it is. I don't know. So I might have to see where it goes when it comes to with these workshops. It's wild, but at the same time too, when it comes to with boundaries and consent, how important that is too. When it comes to with going to certain events like with workshops and events and everything else too. If you don't want to do anything and you want to say no to anything that you don't feel comfortable doing, you have every power and every right to just do that, to say no. So no is a powerful word, basically. So yeah, like a controlled orgy. Well, you're not too far off with that too. So yep.
Sound like a porno star.
Yeah. So mm, 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 mm. And also too, when it comes to with that, with these topics, I owe you guys when it comes to with the hot and balloon kind of specials too. So you guys voted for that when it comes to the kind of content that you guys want to react to and have an open discussion tonight. So if you guys ever, want to just watch the playlist when it comes to with Pop the Balloon, it's linked in the description below. So if you guys ever want to check it out for yourselves, even if you guys just want to watch it for fun too, after work or before work, or if you have a day off or on vacation, that's totally cool. And without further ado, when it comes to with that, let me see if I could put this on the screen. There we go. So we're gonna watch the latest episode, and I believe like last week too, when it comes to with last week's episode, we didn't watch it because of my birthday, and the guys too, they can be really boring. Though nothing against my own gender, but when it comes to with these series of Pop the Balloon, the women are more enthusiastic and creative. That's just my preference with that. You could disagree all you want, which is totally cool. But like, if you guys feel the same way, that's cool. If not, that's totally cool too. But like when it comes to it, the women on the panel or on the lineup, I should say, they're more energetic and very expressive. And I like that. So when it comes to it, the guys, they're probably like nervous too and probably in their own heads a lot. So I don't know. That's just me saying that too. But let when it comes to with the recent episode, feel free to get your self-care products and everything else. And did you see them? Yes, I did actually. I might have to look into that, afterwards too, when it comes to with that. So yeah, thank you for reminding me of that, Melinda, too. She sent me that on my Instagram page. So I'm gonna have to look into that too, just because I was got other stuff that I was looking into as well. But I'll definitely look into the one that Michelle has sent me too when it comes to with that different version of Pop the Balloon, which is really cool. So yeah, definitely. Thank you for mentioning that too. So oh, for sure. Cool. That sounds good. I'm gonna have to really look into that as well. Cool, cool, cool. So, without further ado, let's get this party started when it comes to with the recent episode. Shout out to Arlette O'Malley when it comes to with her recent subscriber milestone and everything else. 1 million subscribers. That's a really good milestone there too for her channel and with a net deal with Netflix and all that too. So cool, cool. Shout out to her. Oh, he's my age? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Interesting. We'll have to look into that. Probably next week too. We might just watch that version of Pop the Balloon if you guys are open to that. Because I haven't dived deep into that, but I'll look into it and we'll probably react to that next week if you guys are open to it. So, without further ado, let's get this party started here. So, let's watch the recent episode. Feel free to let me know if you think. That dress is green green. Wait, did it froze or just me? What the hell? What the fuck's going on here? Don't freeze on me now. Oh, give me a break. Did it freeze on me or is it just me? Oh, sorry about that. Hold on. Sorry. There. Let's try that again. Ooh, sorry about that. Oh, it was glitching. It was crap to reload. Perfect enough. Had to reload the tape. Let's do it again. Sorry about that. That's a powerful story. That's so fun. It's such a crash area. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh.
All right, y'all, before we jump into Pop the Balloon, I do want to say thank you to Fashion Nova for sponsoring this video. The dress that I have on today is called the Delaney Ruffle Sleeve Maxi Dress in green. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And we have some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise, ladies.
Hey.
All right. So we're going to be bringing out some single men one by one. When it comes around this corner, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, do not pop your balloon. However, if there's anything you're just really not feeling, you can't take them back to meet your family, whatever it is, pop your balloon. And then I'll go over to you and see why you ended up popping. Are you guys ready? Yes. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. With that being said, let's bring out our first single guy.
They better not be clowns, because if they are, it's going to be a short podcast. I'm telling you.
Hello. Welcome in. What's your name?
But
My name is
damn.
David.
David, how old are you?
I'm 36.
And what do you do?
I'm a limousine chauffeur.
You're a what?
I'm a chauffeur,
A
limousine
chauffeur. Okay, nice. And now what are some things you like to do for fun?
Okay.
I like walking. I like going to the gym, traveling, shopping, bowling, going to the gun range, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. And what are some things you look for in a woman?
Somebody that is respectful, somebody that will not talk down on me, mature, easygoing.
Nice.
I don't talk too much.
And now what are some of your deal breakers?
I don't like a woman that talks down on a man.
Okay.
A woman that like to constantly argue. Those are my red flags.
Okay, nice. So we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. All right, let's start here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm 27.
And Vanessa, what do you do?
I am a founder of a social networking experience in Dallas, Texas, combining culinary arts and art for a unique social networking experience.
that.
Nice.
And so, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
First and foremost, I really like your suit. You came dressed to impress, clearly. I like that the tie matches the handkerchief. Style-wise, it's definitely there. I just feel like the initial attraction wasn't there for me.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
She good looking. She's not my type.
Okay. And what makes her not your type?
I like a little bit thick.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We got to hop back over here. Come on this way. Okay. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I am 26 years old.
Ashley, what do you do?
I am an office administrator, and I'm a YouTuber, and I do basketball content.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
First, it was the age. You said you were 36?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it was the age, and then I just didn't like how the comment was. She's, not as thick. I don't know why he would say that. Like it shouldn't be off, based off who's thick and not. So, yeah.
That's what he likes.
I guess.
All right. And now is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's beautiful. I like her skin.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
And we get two more. Oh, okay. Let's start over here. Your name and age.
My name's Kim Brianna and I'm 26.
Okay. And Kimbriana, what do you do?
I'm a full-time doctorate student.
What are you getting your doctorate in?
Naturopathic medicine.
Oh, that's
Nice,
right,
girl. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just the age, really. I'm 26, he's 36. That's like 11 years. That's a push for me.
Okay.
But you look good. You cleaned up. You did it.
Thank you.
For sure.
Nice.
You're beautiful too. Thank you.
And she's someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's very good looking.
Thank you.
I like your smile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janine. I'm 28. Sorry.
28.
Yeah, I just had a birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday. And what do you do?
I'm the owner and operator of Pretty Breeze Braids here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Did you do your own braids?
I did.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It took a long time.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just didn't like the haircut. It's just I don't like it. Yeah. Thank you.
And now she's someone that's your type.
She's very beautiful, very attractive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And let's go on over here. Your name and age.
I'm Deanna and I'm 29.
Deanna, what do you do?
I'm a direct support professional.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
The haircut. I would say the haircut for me, yeah. But he is dressed nice.
The haircut. Why is it taking you out?
How do you want it?
Probably lower and like all even around. Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
So you're more focused on the haircut than
Well, initial attraction. I mean, just to be specific, it's the haircut for me for sure.
okay.
Yeah. But I
Alright.
wouldn't want you to change that. That's what you like.
I agree. I was just asking, just want to know.
Yeah.
All right. And now she's someone that's your type.
She's very beautiful, very good looking.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let's head back this way. We do still have an unpopped balloon. Let's have your name and age, please.
I am Brittany. I'm 28.
All right. Brittany, what do you do?
I am an office coordinator. I also am in school to become a sign language interpreter.
Nice.
All right. So, Brittany, you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
I wanted to hear more information about you and get a chance to ask you some questions as well.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions for one another? Go ahead.
Yes, do you have any children?
No, I don't have any children.
Okay. And what is your relationship like with your mom?
We get along very well. We talk every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what would you say you are looking for in a woman?
I like an easygoing woman, a woman that will not talk down on me, a woman that will not disrespect me. Someone with a good sense of humor.
And do you provide a space where she can feel safe enough to not have to be combative or have to question what your motives are?
Yeah, I'm a very fun guy to be with. I don't get along with everybody, but if you get to know me, I'm a good guy.
Okay, what do you mean by you don't get along with everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, because people don't give the chance. That's all.
Okay.
But those that give me the chance know I'm a good guy.
And do you have any felonies?
No, never before.
That's the hard questions.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Okay. And now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I like how she looks good. She's beautiful.
Do you have any questions for her? She was throwing them all out. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I love what you had to say, and I wanted to know. But overall, look, I need a taller man. I do. I like a taller man. I like a man who is at least like 6'2" minimum.
Okay.
But I would like to hear what you had to say.
Oh,
Yes, yes,
That's your preference. So.
yes. That is my preference.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'11". Some people say I look
5'11".
taller, but I'm 5'11".
Okay, got it. All right, well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, let's head on back. So that is all of the balloons popped, unfortunately, but thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
I'll
you
take
too.
the mic. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies. Thank you.
Oh, poor guy. Yeah.
Okay, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello,
I know,
welcome.
right?
in. What's your name?
Oh,
My name is Jonas Tikeste.
Jonas, how old are you?
I'm 32 years young.
And what do you do?
oh,
I am a doctor of physical therapy. So if you guys have back pain or foot pain from those heels, I can help you out. I'm a real estate investor. I also love God. Jesus changed my life. He set me
Amen.
free. He's why I am this way. I'm super happy. And I'm just looking for a woman to build a kingdom with and generational wealth with.
Okay, I love that. So now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I love to exercise. I love to travel. I love to learn as well.
Okay, okay. And what are you looking for in a woman?
I'm looking for a woman who loves God and just who does have a nice career and also who is very nice on the inside as well.
All right. What are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers, if she doesn't believe in God, if she just is inside of her home, and if she's not nice on the inside. So.
All right, we like that. So we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. All right, your name and age.
I'm Brittany. I am 28.
Okay. And Brittany, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon just off of first glance. I wasn't a fan of the full outfit. It's very nice, but it just wasn't what I was looking for.
Okay. So now is Brittany someone that's your type?
Yeah, I think she's gorgeous. Very nice hair, very nice dress, very nice heels.
Thank you.
I would say definitely yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the orange dress is pretty cool.
Hey, we got two more pops down
Easy
here.
camera
Your
guys.
name and
Toes,
age.
man.
I'm
Easy.
Janine. I'm 28.
Janine, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, I think you're dressed very nice. I love everything that you said. It was just off of initial attraction. It just kind of felt like we wouldn't match personalities. I feel like you're very well spoken, and that's really, really good. I'm just looking for someone with a little bit, a little gangster lean in them.
Gangsta, hey.
Just a little bit, not too much,
Hey,
but
yo.
yeah. Thank you.
Bad boy.
Hey, back in the day before I knew Christ, I was a little bit like that, but I'm a changed
Back
man.
in
That's
the
okay.
day,
I
that's so funny. Where are
appreciate
you
it though.
from?
Appreciate it. What's that?
Where are you from?
I live in Chicago, but I'm from East Africa.
Okay.
The country is called Eritrea. It's north of Ethiopia.
Oh, that's
Super
awesome.
small country.
Thank you.
So yeah, appreciate it.
And now is she someone that's your type?
I think she's gorgeous. She looks like a queen. I love the hair, love the beads.
Thank you. I
So yeah, I
appreciate
think she's
that.
gorgeous.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
I feel like
Rihanna,
you
and I'm 29.
Hi. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
The initial attraction, I would say again, the haircut. Like specific with that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, it would be the haircut for me. He has everything, it sounds like, together. So yeah.
Okay. So what kind of haircut do you like?
Yeah,
Like
Low.
easily
I just need it
sticks
low
to
and
it.
all
Fade.
around. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
people have
You
their
know,
preference.
just keep it simple, but
Yeah.
you know, it looks good on him, but just for me, you know.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have their own preferences too. So yeah, you could be 6'2", look like Bruce Wayne, and they still pop the balloon on you, which is unbelievable. But hey, to each their own, I guess. People like what they like. So definitely.
And now she's someone that's your type?
I think she's gorgeous on the outside. It's not a heck yes, but she's fine. I'm sure she'll find another great man on the show. Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we got one back over here. Your name and age.
I'm Ashley, and I am 26.
Ashley, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Yeah.
I just see us being like really good friends. Like that's all. Like you're very handsome. I love the way you talk. Like you have really good energy. Like that's why I feel like we should be like best friends. That's why. That's the only thing.
Okay.
You know?
No romantic vibes.
No, yeah, no romantic vibes. Just like really good friends, and as well like we can grow together in Christ. 'Cause,
Amen.
I love
Amen,
God.
sister. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Is she someone that's your type?
Definitely. She's definitely nice. The way she talks on the inside. And I'm also friends with a lot of people I do date eventually, because I think in a marriage it's good to first be best friends and then go.
Right.
That's
but
very true.
I'm not your cup of tea. That's all right. We'll find another great man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Cool.
All right, Jonas, we've got two beautiful ladies left. Let's go ahead and ask them a question.
When you're stressed out or anxious, what are ways that you cope with it?
Good
Okay.
question.
Let's start here. Name and age first, and then answer this question.
That's a really
Hi,
good
my name is
question.
Vanessa. I'm 27. When I'm stressed out or anxious, I definitely pray. I have a very strong prayer life. I also have social groups from communities like that I built from church, so like small groups and stuff. I'll quickly text in a group message like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, but prayer first and foremost.
Okay. And what about over here? Your name and age first, and then answer this question.
My name's Kim Brianna, and I'm 26. And I would say how I cope with anxiety and being stressed out. Recently, I've been doing like tapping, like emotional freedom technique, just tapping. Or I'll just sometimes, if I'm anxious or overwhelmed, because I am a full-time doctorate student in naturopathic medicine, like sometimes it's a cry and then I'm good, or sometimes it's a walk, or sometimes it's a call my cousin, or sometimes it's a call my sisters. But yeah, I think that's how I say I would cope with it, or I go.
Yeah, EFT has a lot of benefits, especially for our overall health too. So, I practice that as well and got like a certification in it, but I just probably have to dive deep into that more too, just like when it comes to EFT. And it's really powerful too, especially for your overall health. So yeah, good stuff. And especially with her career path being like a natural homeopathic doctor too. I support her career on that, which is beautiful, beautiful stuff. Especially helping people with that too, with natural medicine and homeopathy and all that too, which is beautiful. So shout out to her.
Do a workout, do some Pilates, listen to some music, dance in the mirror, something like that. Yeah, some self-care stuff. Yeah,
that's nice. And then what about for yourself? How do you deal with anxiety and all that?
Yeah, so very similar to both those answers. Definitely first prayer. Whenever I pray, it just gets away anxiety, gets away stress. I also like to exercise, go to the gym. I also talk to different friends on the phone as well.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 ways that I de-stress.
Okay. Go ahead and ask them another question.
What does love mean to you?
Ooh.
Deep, I know.
What
Deep.
does love
Too
mean
deep,
to
too deep.
you? We'll start here this time.
My name and age?
Yeah, or just
Okay.
answer.
What does love mean to me? Okay.
That's a good question too.
It means everything. I think it means I think love means a lot for different people, but I think for me, it's like just accepting a person as they are, being open-minded with that person, not like trying to control that person and how they do things and such, or just loving them as they are. I mean, that's a huge question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. And what about over here?
Yeah, I agree. It's a loaded question. But to put it simply, I think that love is being there when it matters, So sticking it out for the long haul, that's through thick and thin, through arguments, through ups, through downs. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe. Actually gonna pop.
Okay. Why'd you end up popping?
I think that he's really attractive. It's just when I see him, I don't see like my man, So yeah, I love what he does. I think he's attractive.
All right, cool.
Is
she someone that's your type?
Definitely. The fact that she loves the Lord, you can make anything work. That's the number one thing. I think she's gorgeous. Her posture, her stance, her shoes. Look at those shoes. Those are fabulous shoes. Love them, sis.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Now we've got our last lady over here. Do you have any questions for him?
I don't know. I kind of agree with what she said.
Okay.
Very attractive. I love your career. I'm also getting my doctorate, so I love that. It's just attraction wise. I don't know, like friends, cool, talk a little bit, but I'm not feeling like,
Okay.
So yeah.
So you're gonna pop your balloon?
I'm gonna pop.
Go ahead.
When it comes to with that kind of feeling, that doesn't happen like straight away. Like, don't you have to like get to know somebody when it comes to with that before you kind of sense that kind of like intimate desire when it comes to with that attraction? Or is it just me? Feel free to let me know about that for anyone who's watching this live and watching a replay. Because like even like when I went to the workshop too, it was just like there are some beautiful women that like that I saw too that I met, but I wasn't like had that kind of desire to really just jump their bones, you know. So, but sometimes it happens with certain people, and it's wild, like especially with human nature too. It's wild, because like you'll see somebody too. You're just walking down the street, and especially if you're a man too, and like you just like get a glance at somebody and you say hi too, but and you just like, oh my gosh, it's like damn, like she is fine as hell. It's like damn, you just want to take a bite of that, or just you want to just give her a hug or something. I don't know. I know it sounds kind of creepy right now, but I'm just keeping it real. It's just like, I know it's like for women it'll be different, but like from a man's perspective too, especially if he's attracted to the opposite sex, it's like we see a fine woman, a beautiful woman, especially, and it's like, oh my gosh, if we're like attracted to her, it's like, oh shit, that's cool. But at the same time, it can be different for most guys too. So like, I don't know, it may be different strokes for different folks. So it's just like I'm just gonna keep it real and keep it a buck. It's just like, with certain men, when they see certain women that they're attracted to, it's like, damn, like in their minds, because we always tend to be in our minds sometimes too. It's like, damn, we want to just, take a bite of that ass, or you want to just, I don't know, sniff seats or something, and never repeat and all that. I don't want to get too perverted. I don't want to gross you guys out about that, but when it comes to, with that, it's just like, with men, sometimes our minds can really just be a really fun and a really scary place to be, but in our hearts too, it can really just be the same thing. And like, but like when it comes to with the opposite sex, and especially when it comes to with certain women that men are attracted to, it's like, damn, you know, it's just like, yeah, I get that, but like when it comes to with a man's thoughts too, because men can really just be creative. Sometimes we can really just be freaky and nasty at the same time. Just want to keep it a buck with that. So like with me, for example, I'm more respectful towards women too, but at the same time, if I see a beautiful woman, in my mind and in my heart, it's like, damn, she is fine as a motherfucker. I was like, I'll just keep it to myself. But like if she starts flirting with me and she's attracted to me, I'm just gonna keep it a buck and just tell her, how I feel about her. So it's like, yeah, like you're a fine ass woman. So it's like, hey, I'll just keep it a buck. And I said that before to certain women, and they appreciate that with my bluntness and mode one honesty too. So with the mode one perspective too, shout out to Alan Roger Curry, rest in peace. And yeah, definitely. And I get that what you're saying too, Melinda. And like, but like sometimes too, when it comes to with that, that kind of like instant attraction, it's sometimes it's like a hit or miss. It can really just depend on the certain person. So again, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about that too, because it's like, huh, when it comes to you with that instant attraction, it's like, huh. It's just like with certain people, it's just, it could be like a hit or miss. But I don't know. I could be totally wrong about that. So, anywho, let's get back to the podcast. So, shout out to all the people who are watching this and watching this live and watching the replay. Shout out to Arlette, her team, and people the ladies on the panel and the dudes who are coming up and shooting their shot. So, let's get started. Oh, there you go.
Okay. And now, is she someone that's your type?
I think she's nice and respectful. She was kind. She's not feeling the like she was saying. That's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, no, I totally respect it. It's all good.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, that's all the balloons popped, unfortunately. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for him, ladies. I'll take the mic.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Like going through these.
Okay, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome
What's
in.
up, Michelle?
Good, how are you?
Yeah,
What's your name?
hi, my name is Kevin.
Kevin, how old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
And what do you do?
Wait,
I'm an enterprise account executive. I'm also an actor, and I have a family-owned business that sells Jamaican food Jamaican food and jerk chicken and jerk sauce.
Okay, you be cooking? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You gotta either dance or cook if you're Jamaican. You know what it is.
All right. Yeah. And what are some things you like to do for fun?
Yeah, I like to travel a lot.
Like, for sure,
I've been to 12 countries in 2 years. The last 2 years, like I was in Paris for the Olympics. I went to the gold medal game. Shout out to Steph Curry. He did amazing. We were born the same week, but he makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. Yeah, I like to box. I like to work out, box, play basketball. And like I'm in the tech space, so I like helping like people like kids actually go ahead and get in the tech space at all. Also, like, I don't know if you watched the game, but one of the main lines they said was, you don't got to sell drugs to live life like you sell drugs. And I like to tell kids that and like to make sure that they like to get as much as possible out the world. You know,
Okay.
That's beautiful.
Okay. So now what are some things you look for in a woman?
Good stuff.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. This I feel like you all know there's a gender war going on out there. Like people talking about, oh yeah, men are doing this, women are doing this. I just want somebody that's willing to show up. Understand we both need to show up 100%. Don't think about what they're saying online. Actually just come out straight up. Somebody want to be a partner, and I just understand that, you know, it's not about what people say or what people are complaining about. Actually take each other in and understand that, you know, we need to be our best selves looking forward.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what you look for in a woman?
I look for that. I look for someone that's ambitious. I look for somebody that's ambitious. You know, like I understand, like even in a relationship, I got to be the best boyfriend, but then after that, I got to be the best husband, and then after that, I got to be the best father. So I look for someone that's trying to be the best girlfriend, but understand the best wife and then mother.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not just about being the same. It's about continuing to evolve and be better as best as possible.
I see.
That's beautiful, man. And especially when it comes to like with learning and growing in your relationships. And it's just like, you know, being the best girlfriend and partner too, which is good. And even just being the best version of yourself and showing up, you know, when it comes to with your loved ones, you know, your girlfriends and your family, your kids, you know, your friends, your community, you know, all that too. It's powerful. And especially when it comes to just showing up, being present, you know, that's really talked about in the wellness spaces too. So yeah, I can understand where he's coming from with that too. And especially with him being a really good role model for, you know, for the youth. That's just really beautiful too. So when it comes to with that, looking for a partner who wants to just really wants to continue to experience and to evolve and to grow, you know, and it's kind of like people want that too in most cases too. So I don't know if it could be different strokes for different folks, you know. So when it comes to with that, and yeah, I can understand where he's coming from with that too, because, you know, people want, you know, partners who want to just, you know, experience and grow and learn when it comes to with life. And other people want to just, I know there's other people who want other different reasons too when it comes to with that. Sometimes most people like, especially with the weirdest things too, it's just like most people want like a sub or something. I don't know. It's, you know, people's intentions are can be really different too, depending on who you meet. So it's really good to analyze who you meet, and especially when it comes to, you know, with the opposite sex, if you're a woman attracted to men, and men if you're attracted to women, or the same sex too. So yeah, I appreciate that, Michelle. I'm just sharing too, so it's kind of like, you know, I'm, you know, if I'm spitting knowledge, that's cool. It's just like when it comes to just like showing up too, and especially when it comes to with yourself and people that you care about, could be with your, you know, partners, girlfriend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, husband, wife, your kids, especially, and just really doing that in a really healthy and powerful way too. Can really just do so much in your life too. That can really just be so beneficial and, you know, evolutionary too, if you really just, you know, sit with that. So definitely for sure. I mean, like with me, I'm still a work in progress too, just, you know, continuing to learn and live life too. You know, when it comes to this just experiencing love and intimacy, relationships and personal growth and all that too. So yeah, I appreciate that, guys. And if I'm wrong about something, I that is totally cool. I don't know everything. I'm not the almighty, all-seeing thing too. I'm not like that. So, but I know some stuff, and I like to share, and I like to have people to really just share from their perspective too when it comes to certain things that they experience and other topics that they're passionate about too, when it comes to like with personal growth and relationships and all that. So yeah, I appreciate the compliments though, guys, especially from you guys, from Michelle and Melinda and Cecily, if you guys are watching this too. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So it's kind of like, that is my opinion, of course. And you guys could agree or disagree too, which is totally cool. So that is true, Melinda. But yeah, when it comes to like what he's talking about as well, when it comes to with showing up and just really looking for a partner who wants to just, grow and to really just be the best versions of themselves. I don't blame him for seeking that because in ways, when it comes to with, people who are working on themselves, they want to just, attract people who are on a similar path. So definitely for sure, for sure. Good stuff. And thank you guys for sharing too. This is good stuff. Shout out to all of you lovely people out there too when it comes to with that. Oh yeah, of course. Relationships. Yeah. Relationships come in many forms and dynamics too nowadays. It's amazing. It's wild too. But amazing at the same time, especially when it comes to with people's boundaries and what they will tolerate, what they won't tolerate too. So definitely for sure, for sure. Anywho, let's get back to the show. Ooh.
All right, and now what are some of your deal breakers?
Oh my gosh. All right, so number one, just like don't be negative. Like try to be solutions oriented. Don't try to talk about why stuff doesn't work. It's like how can stuff work? Try to have a positive attitude like that. Number two, like I'm not saying you got to be overly religious, but just like don't be atheist. Like don't say I don't believe in anything. And it's 2025. I gotta say this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have to, but like for the sake of my kids, our future kids that I don't have yet, please, because kids are brutal today. If you have something for a subscription for $9.95 to OnlyFans or something like that, where they can get made fun of at the lunch table, or I gotta actually, when someone toasts and says, "Hey, I know she'll make you happy," I gotta say, "What do you mean by that?" That's a problem for me. So I mean, I don't think that's a big ask, but in today you just gotta ask that. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, all right. So we got some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. All right, so we'll start over here. Your name and age.
I'm Janine. I'm 28.
Okay. And Janine, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped for a couple reasons. They're very superficial, so it's nothing personal. Obviously, I don't know you, but it was the mismatch color jewelry, like that.
You mean the two-tone and the tennis string?
Yeah, I just don't like that combo. I don't know. I just don't like it. And then the shoes, and then also the height. Like those, like I said, those are very also like superficial things. I normally don't wear heels, but today I am. So in the occasion I do want to throw on heels, I kind of do want to be a little bit taller than my partner. But I do like everything you said. I think you're really funny, outgoing, and I think like your head is really on a good path and going straight forward.
Okay. So obviously I have to ask, how tall are you?
5'11".
5'11". Yeah. Okay. How tall are you again?
I'm 5'6.5".
Girl.
Oh, but I don't know. It's the heels and just the atmosphere off, like based off initial attraction, like you're fine, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't
Oh, hold on a second.
like
I'll have to look into that one, Melinda. So definitely for sure. Okay. Thank you for mentioning that, episode 19. Okay.
That's what I'm looking for, like yeah.
But, all right. Now is she someone that's your type?
No, I don't think so.
All right. And why not?
I don't know. It's just not the same thing you said. You said I'm fine, but my tongue wouldn't go as far as yours, personally. That's all I can say.
That's funny.
but it was still. I mean, you're attractive, but to me, you're not. Like you said, maybe I'm not just reeking for you. The energy is just not reeking for me the same way. Yeah, but you do look nice though. I like the hair and like the beads.
Thank you. I did it myself.
Oh, what? What's up?
Nice. Thank you. Beautiful. Let's go on over here. Your name and age?
Deanna, and I'm 29.
Right. Deanna, why did you end up popping your balloon?
So I ended up popping because he resembles my uncle.
Oh.
Like
Uncle's a fine man.
Yeah,
so.
my uncle's young. Me and him is not. We like close in age, but
okay.
he said a lot of good things. He dressed nice, handsome, but he just reminds me of my uncle. So yeah.
Like look wise or
Yeah,
personality?
face. Yeah.
I see.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from New York.
Where are they from?
They're from Florida. Trinidad. They're like Trinidad.
I mean, I'm Jamaican, and maybe.
Okay, so cousins.
yeah. I mean, say.
All right. So his hair is fine. You didn't say the hair?
Well, I try to, deter from that, but nothing's wrong with your hair. I just personally like lower cuts. But all of the guys have the same, But yeah,
Looks like
you're handsome. You said a lot of good things. You're dressed nice, so
that's right.
Nice. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, you're Trinidadian too?
No, I'm black.
Just
black.
Black?
Yeah.
No, she looks nice. I like the contrast from your skin to the dress. A good choice today. You look nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, let's head back. We have 4 beautiful ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
Yeah, so I got a good question. So we all know the love languages, and honestly, they're reversible to mean something to some people and not mean something to other people. What's your love language, and why do you think it's important to you? What's your explanation if you were to explain it, why it's important to you?
Okay, so what is your love language and why is it important to them? Okay, let's start over here. Your name and age?
So my name is Ashley and I am 26. My love language is acts of service, just because I feel like that's what makes me feel like I'm cared for. You're attentive and, just nurturing. I just love like the little things of, the service, like holding the door, tying my shoe, stuff like that, So, yeah.
Okay.
What's going over here? Name and age and answer to his question.
Yes, I'm Brittany. I'm 28. I could kind of piggyback off of what she says. I do like acts of service, but to say something different, I would say quality time. I'm really big on spending time with someone, not all the time, but when we do spend time together, being present in that moment and being really together.
Your name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I'm 27. My love language is.
Hold on, what'd you say, Michelle? She says it'll be weird as hell to be with someone who looks like that. Yeah, that'll be weird as hell. That'll throw anybody off. So yeah, I don't blame her for feeling that way, honestly. Yeah, anybody would feel weird about that shit. Ain't that the truth?
Is quality time. I really enjoy spending time with my partner, and I feel like being in person is really how you have a chance to develop the relationship. So yeah, I'm really looking for a partner.
Name and age and answer to his question.
My name's Kim Brianna and I'm 26. Top 3 love languages are number 1 is words of affirmation. Just a little, you look good. Like, oh, you did that. Like, oh, thanks, babe, for that. Just something to, Also, quality time. Of course, I love spending time with really anybody that I care about for real. And physical touch. And then it's not a love language, but food. Feed me, please.
He did say he cooks.
All of that. But yeah.
Right, cool. Thank you. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Why'd you end up popping?
Hi, my name is Vanessa and I'm 27. I ended up popping. I really like that you're in sales. I'm also in technology sales. And so that's something that I connected with you on. Also giving back to children. I also sit on a junior executive board, giving back to children. So those are things I connected with you on. Honestly,
I didn't know
initially
I was like, the hell? But yeah, okay. I get it. I was like, I thought you were talking about an actual character from like a movie or a show or something. All right, cool.
I wasn't sure. I wanted to hear more about like what you do and like the answers to your own questions. I just felt like I was holding on to the balloon because I couldn't find a reason. So I don't want to make anything up. I think you're an attractive man. I like what you do. I like your jacket. Yeah.
Okay. So now is she someone that's your type?
You have a gap just like my mother, honestly. And I'm not gonna, it's a good thing. It's very homely. But I like your colors. You look nice. Your reason, we're talking about just looking at her, right? Yeah, she looks.
Anything, or off what you heard, whatever it is for you, if that would make her your type, if not, if she's not.
Well, just looking at you, you're fine. I honestly, I love gaps because it just reminds me of the first person I've ever saw. But honestly, your reason, I'm always curious to just people's decision-making capabilities. I have no idea what you just said.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'll take it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just like kind of nervous because like I haven't done this, whatever. Can I have my balloon back?
Oh,
can I have my balloon back? I want to hear more. Okay, I'm just like I don't want to make the wrong decision. Like I'm up here, I'm like, oh, should I pop or not? Okay,
let's get her balloon back.
Interesting.
Good, hand it on over to her.
It's your life. I mean, you have to. All your job is to be sure about life. That's it to me. Like whenever you make a decision, just stand by it. If you can't stand by it, that's all I want people to do. Whatever y'all do, just stand by it.
I definitely stand by. I'm somebody that when I make a decision, I have very little like room. I make a decision quickly, but like when it comes to love, I feel like there's so many games that are played like in relationships and stuff. So it's like, should I, so yeah, this is a new experience. Okay, bear with me. I hope you didn't take offense to that.
No, you're
but
good.
Yeah, totally understandable feeling that way too. Just especially going to, being on a podcast like Pop the Balloon or going to like a workshop, just doing this for the first time, you just all those nerves and feelings too and anxiousness, it's normal too. So I understand where she's coming from too. And especially doing something outside your comfort zone. So I can relate to that too. And for anyone else too, who's just watching too and been in a similar position when it comes to doing things outside your comfort zone, but you're going along with it when it comes to with that, just like going on the podcast and everything else. Oh yeah, for sure. She's doing a really good job just being honest and straightforward too. So yeah, kudos to her. She's a beautiful person. And just like when it comes to with that, she is a strong person, just putting herself out there for the world to see and just being authentic with herself too. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I respect that about her too. And people who really just do that and they're from a genuine space, men or women. So definitely for sure too. I agree with that, Michelle.
Let's continue.
And plus that dress she's wearing is fire. That color is like it's like a light brownish, caramel color. It's cool. It matches her skin tone. It's really cool. I like it. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Just from my own analogy, just seeing her for the first time. It's cool. I like that. Cool stuff.
All right, head on back this way. Yeah. Okay, so I'm now gonna hand you a pick.
Yeah. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have you pop.
Oh yeah, it matches his jacket too. Yeah, it definitely does. Please don't pop her balloon, man.
Oh.
Why you gotta tease her like that?
All right. So why
you gotta tease her like that, dude? Sometimes when it comes to certain dudes, like they act weird in a certain way. Like, that one guy that kind of uppercutted that one girl's balloon in the previous episodes or something. It's like a few weeks ago. I was like, why you gotta do like a show you can kind of pop the balloon thing? I was like, you guys are you're showing up way too much for the camera, man. Like, what the hell? That's why I'm on the dudes more than the ladies. It's like, what the hell? I don't know. How you guys feel about that too when it comes to certain dudes acting a certain way on the podcast or for the world to see, because I think that's kind of extra. That's just me saying that though. Anyways, let's continue.
You have your balloon unpop.
He looks good. I like your career. I like that you give back to the community. I liked everything that you were saying. That's it.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping hers?
First of all, you're gorgeous. I love that you look like Whitley Gilbert from a different world. A Jasmine Guy. That's her real name. Your reasons for the reason I just wanted to honestly, when I asked that question, the reason I asked that is just to see like how deep was it. You were just like,
I didn't answer the second part.
You were just like, I like to just get complimented. You were like words of affirmation, or I like to just see things. They actually wanted the details of, quality times means presence. They said what it meant. Okay. Yours was honestly so surface level. It didn't actually meant deeply in your heart what it meant to you. So in this situation, It's really about like just being deeper within surface level, and just your answer at this point and what you just presented, that's what it was. It was just pretty surface level. They really went to what it meant to them, why it meant to them, and why they want to continue to have that.
I respect it.
All right. Thank you. Okay, let's head on back. We've got 3 beautiful ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Yeah. Who was your top 3 female role models growing up, and why?
Okay, let's start there and come back. All right, let's hear from you.
Okay, this is easy. Number 1, Omarosa Manigault Newman. The reason why is because she's bold, she's confident, she's unapologetic. She's just so sharp, and I just love her. Secondly, Oprah Winfrey. I kind of grew up seeing bits of her talk show, and again, unapologetic, powerful Black woman. Thirdly, I would say my mother. Again, strong, beautiful, confident, the epitome of what it means to be a Black woman. So, yeah.
Okay, what about over here?
Yes. I would say Madam CJ Walker. She's the reason why, we're confident enough to wear our hair and do different things with our hair products and everything like that. And especially now, since, for a while we weren't even allowed to wear our hair out. That's a big deal. That confidence, building that confidence. I would say, who else? Of course, if we can add our parents to that, my mom is the one that helped build the confidence within me, and also taught me that especially with the way the world is today, there's a time where you can take a back seat. You don't have to always be the strong Black woman. Thank you. You don't always have to be that. You can sit down and let that man lead as long as he is a leader. And that's something that my mom taught me. And then I would also say, it's going to sound kind of silly, but I guess since we're talking about growing up, I'd say maybe even, I hate to say this, Raven Simone. I used to love, that's so Raven. We're talking about growing up, right? So as a child, we have similar personalities. We have big personalities. And I used to always picture myself being someone who can walk into a room and be able to grab a presence. And that's what I learned just as a child watching TV and seeing like, oh, look, there's someone that looks like me. And she's also confident in herself. So from her Disney Channel days, I really did enjoy the message that she put out to little girls.
Thank you. And what about over here?
So first, I would say my mom. She has always been, my role model. I always look up to her. She is like the true definition of a trophy wife, an amazing mother. Like that's exactly how I want to be. So I do look up to her. I do look up to Beyonce. That's my girl. Beyonce, her songs just gave me the confidence. I just love listening to her. She just brings the light out in me, when I listen to her songs. And then Keke Palmer. She has always been that girl since younger, older, now. Like she has such an inspiring story. Like I always watch all her interviews and everything. I would love to meet her. So those 3 for sure.
Right, nice. Okay, it is time to pop.
I think he's gonna pop the one in the blue. I'm not sure, but it's one of the possibilities. I might be wrong. So let's see what happens.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one balloon. Oh, you dropped it.
I probably. Well.
You high, man? What are you doing?
Okay, there you go. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one balloon.
Can you ask about mine?
You want the ladies to hear about your role models. Okay, go ahead.
Maybe they don't like that either.
Well, let's know. Yeah, go ahead. Let's let them hear your role models.
Oh yeah, growing up, I would say honestly, I asked you for 3. I knew one of y'all was going to be your mom. Definitely. So I had a feeling. So I said I really wanted to know 2. But so one is definitely my dad. The only reason why I had the confidence I have is because he said, "Yo, Kevin, you're handsome. Kevin, you can do that."
Yeah, that's true.
And I know a lot of guys don't have that father presence, but just
she stays around.
That makes me want to do that for somebody else one day. The second is Kobe Bryant. Just how he was never a victim. He just works hard no matter what. It doesn't matter what the obstacle. And third, I believe this guy is the messiah for Black kids everywhere and doesn't get enough credit, is Will Smith. Like, honestly, no one, like, he made us know that to be liked by women, you don't have to be a thug. you don't have to be like grimy or just like tough. He's a hood dude, but still respected by the hood dudes that doesn't act like a hood dude. Okay. He's a guy that's fresh. And he's a guy that plays ball. And that's really all black kids want to do, I felt in my generation. Play ball, get women, and look cool. And honestly, he did that. And it really helped me. And I feel like a lot of my other friends realized you could just be educated, be yourself, and don't really got to go to the corner. So, well, I respect you for that.
All right. Okay. Well, it's good to hear that from you. So it is now time to pop a balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one.
All right. First of all, these are my top 3 colors I love to wear. I just want to look this.
I know. They look so good.
All
right. So we saw you did get your balloon back. And so what made you ask for it back and what made you hang on to it?
I think that when I considered the reason why I popped initially, it might have just been fear or uncertainty. And so I wanted to give him a chance to show me more.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
There's nothing wrong with you at all. Thank you for the second life. I appreciate it. I feel like Mario. But honestly, it was really just a comparison. Like your answer was a 9.8, theirs was a 10. Sorry. Like honestly, about their answers, those are there's a hidden agenda behind those. They love people that are unapologetically themselves. Keke Palmer is unapologetically herself. Raven Simone's unapologetic. Even in the shows, that's what they did. They want to just be themselves and move forward. They don't care what they want to talk about. Yours was, which I still do respect, which it was very business oriented and being a strong, considerate woman. But I still don't know how Oprah is in a relationship. And I don't know how bad CJ is in a relationship. She seems like she works so hard. But I can imagine how Keke is a little. Keke has some things to worry about, but either way, Kiki's going to be Keke and Raven's going to be Raven. And the fact that, and Beyonce's going to be Beyonce. And they work hard, they're apologetic to themselves, and their art's appreciated. So I just saw that. That's really what I wanted. Yours was, and it's funny because actually it matches your reason for not popping because it was for business reasons and wanting to hear more I want. And those are what those two people do, is they're very business oriented and want to keep getting stuff. So I know I said a lot, but yeah. yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. I mean,
9.8 though. 9.8 though.
I mean, personally, I like my answers, but I understand when you explain it, there was psychology behind your answer, which, I mean, I can't be mad at. Who I am is who I am, and I answered honestly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we've got 2 ladies left. Ladies, any questions for our guy? You ready?
Yeah. Okay. So like, what is your relationship with God? Like, do you go like to church every Sunday, or is it just like every once in a while, or do you read, go to Bible study, or whatever?
Yeah, for sure. I pray every day, at least 4 times a day. If I don't go to church, I try to stream it. To me, like going to church is like going to the gym. Like I feel like you can always do more. I want to do more. If I would rate myself as a 7, I think I need to be a 10. So I think I'm good. I still pray every day, but I think the room for being in small groups and like not just hearing the pastor, but actually hearing about real life situations in little groups could be better. That's how I feel personally. I could do better as accountability that I think I'm messing up and could be a little better with. But still, the vision is there. I want to be better. But I right now, like I hold him in everything I do. I pray about every decision I make, and like I want my kids to do the same.
Any questions here?
Okay.
Yes. What are your views on traditional relationships, or what do you think a traditional relationship will look like?
Oh my gosh.
Question. That's a good question.
Can you unpack that a little bit more?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm asking, would you want a relationship, let's say like your mother would have had with her husband, or are you more along the lines of how dating is today, where it's a lot of meet me halfway? There's a lot more of both of us being the present and holding the household down, as opposed to, let's say, someone back in the years ago.
Right. So I want to say that, first of all, this question is probably one of the hardest questions you can ask, because the truth is the only reason why I feel like the answer is changed is because of women. They've been better than they've ever been. Like before, it's easy to tell a woman stay at home when all you can do is stay home.
That's true.
They used to tell you guys you can't even vote because we don't believe that you have the brain to vote. And they used to tell you that you can't you stay in the house because you can't actually provide anything when everything was labor.
Mm-hmm.
So now the truth is, like, even though I've been raised, you know, especially as Jamaican, like understanding and expecting to be the provider and do that, I do understand that you guys have more than you ever have. You guys have more opportunity than you ever had. And if you want to seek that opportunity, maybe I need to take care of the kids more. maybe I need to.
Are you saying that that's something that you'd be okay with? Let's say,
because
you're married to a lawyer. Would you be a stay-at-home dad because she can be able to provide what she needs in the household?
First of all, stay-at-home dad is like, home all the time is crazy.
Yeah.
Home all the time is crazy. But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope women realize this question exists because you guys are better. I mean, it's not because of we're worse. We probably got worse, but we may be worse because we got to deal with you guys getting better. Some guys. So even if you think we're trash now, we've always been trash. You could just see it because you're here now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is that those women that do, like you said, that are lawyer or businesswomen, they have a reputation, almost just like having a kid is neglecting their man because of that. But I just want to let you know, I prepare for that. That's half of the reason I make the money I make or have the schedule I have, is because I understand that could be a possibility, but let's work on it together. I still want to see that together. I want to see a dynamic together. Like, I'm going to support you, but don't leave me at home looking like, yo, I just gave up every possibility I have for some woman I'll never see. Like, because I wouldn't do that to you. And that's the only reason why I want to do that. I don't care what I'm doing, because guess what? You could give me a better potential than any job could give me. Because I'm not going to lie, like, my dad did pass away on a Sunday. On Monday, they came to pick up the company car.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about that every day. So whatever you're working for, that could happen to you. But guess who lives through him? Me and my brother. So that's how I feel about you. So as long as that dynamic is worked on and is there, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's dropping some knowledge there. Yeah, he's solid. Yeah. And when it comes to with that too, with relationship dynamics as well, it's just, I have no experience being married, so I have that's a perspective I don't have yet too. Eventually, I hope so. But like when it comes to with relationship dynamics too, like when it comes to with that, it's just like, with me, with women too that I was in a relationship with, they were more successful than me too, but I didn't like hold nothing against them. I was like, cool, that's who you are and that's your profession and that's cool. And when it comes to with that, it's just like, when it comes to with those kind of relationships too, and especially nowadays too, people want like a traditional relationship or something totally different, just really communicating with that and just really not being afraid to really just being genuinely, bold and honest with, when it comes to with your boundaries and desires too, and just really being there for each other too. Because I know sometimes too, relationships are give and take, and sometimes people have to, sacrifice. Sometimes people have to give. Sometimes people have to take too. So yeah, I could be totally wrong about that, but especially, whether it's with another man or another woman, so it's kind of like with that too. Relationships can be tough, but they don't have to be tough. They can really just be simple as long as people can really just communicate when it comes to it, their boundaries, what they need to do and everything else. I don't know. That's just me saying that though, because that's how, like, if I ever get into a relationship again, it's like, hey, let's have a talk, when it comes to with our boundaries and just communicating with that, just really being generally upfront about what you will tolerate, what you won't tolerate, just like give and take and all that too. So that's just me saying that though. Mic drop. Oh shit, you guys are giving me all the props in this motherfucker. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm in a really good mood today too. So I appreciate that. But that's just me. I'm just sharing my own opinions about with relationships. I mean, shoot. Especially when it comes to with women, because I respect women. And you guys know this too, for my audience out there who is watching this. I respect women, in every aspect, from physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically too, with their professions and everything else. And same goes to myself. I respect myself too, as much as I respect women too, or even more. But it's just like when it comes to with relationships, especially nowadays too, just really having those kind of conversations, when it comes to with our boundaries and what we won't will tolerate, what we won't tolerate, and just like really figure things out and just really, with that. For someone who says they don't know about relationships because you haven't had any, seems like I appreciate that. It's just like from my experience with dealing with certain people, so it's just like I always like to like reflect on my previous relationships, learn when to let go when it comes to with all the heaviness and what I've learned too. So um yeah, it's just, that's just me, but I appreciate that because it's like I haven't been married yet. But what I've learned too from just in certain relationships that I was in, even if the ones that are weird, really weird too, it's just like, oh, okay, maybe I should communicate a little bit more, or just like learning more about boundaries and communication and just really being a good listener too. So definitely, that's just me. I'm always like a walking work in progress. It's like a walking WOP or WIP work in progress. That is me. So, oh yeah, communication is definitely key. Communication always just really having those conversations, even the difficult ones too, and the fun ones too, especially, but the difficult ones too, especially. So when it comes to certain things that we're dealing with ourselves, and if you have kids too, especially, and with family, just really communication is key. And definitely, yeah, definitely, for sure. But I appreciate that, Michelle, because like when it comes to with relationships, that's I talk about that a lot, and I always like to share from my own perspective, but I'm just keeping it real with my experience because I only been to like I only had like one real relationship, but like in person, but like the other ones that I had were online too. So make it what you will with that. But it's just like I don't regret it one bit when it comes to my relationships with certain women. And I have no regrets with that too. And it's just like I can learn from the good and the bad and to really just continue to be a better person each and every day, especially meeting other people, and meet someone who really just feels the same way as I do, who wants to just grow in life and experience life and enjoy life too, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, I appreciate that, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate that too. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Same goes to you too, Melinda, and anyone else too who's listening and watching a replay too. So I am spitting that knowledge tonight. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. So definitely for sure. But let's continue. Let's go. Almost done with the show. Dang, this episode went quick. Damn, it went quick. Anyways, that's crazy.
Okay, we heard a lot. But it is time to pop.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one balloon.
Oh.
I know this is a tough part.
This is a sign too, because me and my brother used to play Ninja Turtles every day, and I was Leonardo he wore blue. But this makes sense because I was Michelangelo. You know what Michelangelo wore?
What he wear?
Orange.
Oh. Okay. We'll be right back. We'll be right back, sis. All right.
Hold on for a second. Even in a good relationship, things will come up and it's super ordeal. Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I've learned from my parents, even when they have their difficult conversations, it's just like really having those kind of conversations, the most difficult ones too. So definitely for sure. Yeah, mic drop there, Michelle. Good stuff. Oh, what is that noise? Hold on. What's going on outside? Oh, this is my neighbors. Anyways, sorry if you heard that noise, truck noise. That was just my neighbors. So, anyways, let's continue.
All right. So, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I like what he was saying. I mean, he's really seems like a really good guy, well spoken, very handsome, like got a lot going for himself. So, that's my type.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, so obviously, we heard you said you picked her because of the color, but is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's beautiful. I loved everything you said. Honestly, quality time.
Hold on. She said that was my belly. Hold up. Oh
no. Oh, he tried it.
Got me messed up, Michelle. I'm just kidding. But it was just like probably need some noodles too. So that is a good idea, Michelle. Thank you. You just gave me a good idea. But probably tomorrow because I ate a lot of fast food today, and yeah, I'm not really hungry. I'm just actually craving water for some reason too. So definitely noodles. Definitely I'll have that tomorrow for sure. So thank you for that reminder, Michelle. Definitely. That's probably why my stomach sounded like that. Good shit. But anyways, let's get back to the podcast or this episode of Pop the Balloon.
So both of you guys, I love the fact that you appreciated that, because quality time is my favorite, because like I've had pesos, I've had dollars, I've had pounds, but the one currency you can't ever get back is time. That's why I know that when somebody gives that to me, I got to show you why it's worth it. And the fact that you guys were talking about present, that was amazing to me. I loved it. And the fact that I felt like you guys could show up was why you were the last two, but you're definitely my type. You look very nice. The melanin is amazing.
Thank you.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sounds good. Well, let me have you step on back over there. Come on up here with us, Brittany. Come on up. Have you stand here.
Dress.
Yes. Okay. All right. Any final question between the two of you before we determine if we got a match?
Yes.
Just one, guys. One.
Okay.
Yes.
Felonies. Do you have any? I have to check.
No, I don't have any felonies.
That's a good question. Okay. Gotta check.
Okay. Are you good?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
What do you do for a living, and where do you live?
Where do I live?
Yeah.
Or what do I do and where do I live?
Yeah.
I live here, I live in Phoenix, Arizona. And I am an office coordinator. Right now I am currently of a school. And currently I'm in school to become a sign language interpreter. So once I'm finished with that, then that will be my career.
That's cool.
Okay. Great. Do you plan on like establishing and creating a family in Phoenix? Like, how does that look? What do you plan on your plans?
I do like the weather out here, but no, I think if anything, I would probably buy property here. And then I would like to live somewhere that has a little bit more of a season change.
Okay.
Not very much. I don't like snow, but other than that, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I told y'all have one up here. Okay. So my final question, is it a yes for you for him?
Yeah, I'd say it's a yes. I like your answers and what you had to say. I'm interested to get to know you more.
Okay. And is it a yes for you for her?
Can I tell her where I live to see? I got to see if she changed her mind.
Go ahead.
Does that matter? If it doesn't matter,
what did you say?
If where he lives will change your mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I live in New York.
A little far, but no, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I've been to New York, so that's not. It depends on if we have a real connection. Then maybe I'll come out and see you, or maybe you can come back out here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you again then. Is it a yes for you for her?
Yes. Yeah, I did say I would only come to Phoenix if Charles Barkley came back to the Suns, but I would definitely do it for you.
Okay, thank you. That's a yes?
Yes, that's a yes.
We got a match.
Dude, just say yes.
I'll take the mic. All right, get your girl. You guys can go on up. Yeah, go ahead. Make some noise for them, ladies.
It's hey.
At BM Pro Media, we specialize in delivering quality, professional, and cinematic wedding videos that you'll cherish for
our next single guy.
Gotta skip that. That's a commercial thing. So cool.
Our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name's Jonathan.
Jonathan, how old are you?
I am 35.
And what do you do?
I'm in sales and design for lighting control systems. So when you think of sporting arenas, any type of commercial space, anything like that, I'm designing the lighting and fixtures behind that.
Wow, that's exciting.
Well, I mean, that's her channel when it comes to it promotions. I just want to skip them just to give her respect when it comes to it her promotions. So definitely for sure. So who knows? I mean, it's her, like that's her and her husband's platform. So like, when it comes to with sponsors and all that too, I just want to be respectful when it comes to with her platform. Just skipping that all around. So just really get into the show and reacting to that. So yeah, definitely. So for sure. Anyways, but yeah, we still love the show though. If you guys are liking this podcast, if you guys want to see more of this too, you're more than welcome to like this podcast, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll get notified to all the things that I'm doing for this channel. And I appreciate you guys for watching. So let's continue. And I think this might be the last dude. I don't know. I could be wrong. So let's see what happens.
What are some things like to do for fun?
So speaking of sports, I do a lot of sporting events. I live in Georgia, outside of Atlanta area, so I do a lot of Braves games, the Hawks, Falcons, anything like that. You can catch me in any of those games.
Exactly.
When I'm not doing that, I have some free time. I like to travel, spend quality time with my family and friends.
Okay. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
I need a woman who is ambitious, spontaneous, self-aware, sure of herself. Just loving and caring, things of that nature, when I think about a future and a family, and can communicate effectively.
Okay. And what are some deal breakers?
Multiple kids,
okay.
Toxic, anyone who is superficial, always putting on a facade for social media or anything like that. So I just need something authentic, genuine.
Okay. All right, cool. So we have not. All right. Let's go on over there.
Said it too soon.
Okay. Your name and age.
I'm Janine. I'm 28.
Okay. Janine, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Again, for a couple of reasons. It was the hair. I just don't feel like you take care of it very well. Maybe like pick it out and like use a little sponge thing to add some curls. I think I add a little bit of texture. It was the jacket with the outfit, and the jacket with the shoes kind of threw me off a little bit, but it's okay. And then the other thing is you kind of look like one of my cousins, TJ, shout out. I don't know what it is about you, because like it's not that you look like him, but something about you just reminds me of him, and I can't really put my finger on it, but yeah.
All right, cool. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Not my standard cup of tea, but I mean, you look nice. You look nice. I do like your hair. Maybe you could have helped me with mine, but it's all good.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. I mean, she could have helped you. She does hair.
There you go.
All right. So we've got 4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
I guess my main question is, what are your family dynamics like with your mother and father and just family in general, and how does that play a role or affect your relationships?
Okay, we'll start there and come back.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, name and age and the answer to his question.
My name is Deanna and I'm 29. And I have a good family dynamic. I'm close with my mom and my dad. My dad lives far away in Florida, but we're still close. I have a big family. My mom has a lot of siblings. I have 2 siblings myself, so very good, very close.
Okay. Nice. Over here, name and age and answer to his question.
My name's Kinbrianna and I'm 26. Also, again, I'm very close to my family. We have a group chat. I mean, we're talking every other day. So yeah, they're really important. Yeah.
Nice.
Your name and age and the answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm 27. So the first part was explain the family dynamics. Then what was the second part?
Just how does that play a role in your relationships and building?
How does that play a role in my relationships? So to start with, I'm very close with my family. I talk with my mom and dad daily, even like across platforms, sending memes on social media and stuff like that. How it plays a role in my relationships, I lean on my family for relationship advice sometimes. Definitely like asking my dad and stuff like that. So maybe how it plays a role in my relationship dynamics, leaning on my family for like consultation. Somebody that has a tribe and is accountable to someone like a father figure or even like a mentor, that's going to be very important for me because that's something that I have for myself.
Nice.
And over here, name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Ashley and I'm 26. So to answer your question, Mom, I'm really close with my parents, my whole family. We're all very close. I view, my mom and dad's relationship, like I love their relationship. They've been married for 20 plus years. So I know what
That's
it's like to be in
beautiful.
a happy home. And that's something that I really want to live like when I'm older and I have my own family. So, they really set the standards for that. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to hand you a pick.
Okay.
There you go. Hang on to that. And I'm going to have you pop one balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Let me pause for a minute what Michelle's saying. You have to be careful telling your family about issues in the relationship because after the issue is resolved, family member may hold. Yeah. Family do hold grudges against, somebody who hurts their family member. So that is true. I've seen that before in my family too, when it comes to a certain people doing stuff to my relatives too. And yeah, people hold grudges, especially with human nature too. Like when it comes to with our desire for vengeance or revenge is really powerful. It could be as strong as our, our love and compassion too. So yeah, that's true, Michelle. That is that's a mic drop there too. That's true. Hmm. Wonder who's gonna pop. Oh, the one in the red's gonna pop. Oh, shit.
All right. So why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
I liked everything he was saying. He looks well. The only thing I was just trying to hear more of what you had to say. The age gap. I'm 26. You're 35. 10 years is like push for me, but I wanted to hear you out.
Thanks. And now why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Well, that was the primary reason that I popped due to the age. So just the age gap. Other than that, yeah.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's head on back over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
It was just, we do have an age gap as well. I'm 26, you're 35. But you're really nice. Like, I like everything that you said and, the questions you asked. Seems like, you have a lot going for yourself. But, I just don't see us, being compatible and things like that.
All right.
Understand that.
And what about over here? Is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I do find her attractive. Oh, yes, I do find her attractive. She is someone that I would talk to. But I understand that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, we've got 2 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
What is a fun / romantic date for you?
Okay, we'll start here. What is a fun / romantic date for you?
That's good, Michelle. Glad you have.
I would say I'm really social. So I like to get out and kind of be in the mix. So maybe like an art show, where we can talk with the artist and, just kind of enjoy,
Art shows are cool.
art in different mediums. There's a lot of things like that in Dallas. So I attend a lot of social networking events like that also combine art and stuff. So maybe going to one of those with my partner. Yeah.
Nice. Let's go down over here. All right, let's hear from you.
A fun date would be probably like paintballing or something that I can just be active,
She
be
likes
active. Romantic, I would probably say just a nice dinner, being able to talk, maybe not having our phones, something like that.
Okay. And then, sorry, while we're here, any questions for him?
You said somebody that has multiple kids. How is somebody with one kid? I do have a child.
I am open to that.
I don't know. That seemed a little skeptical.
Oh, as I stated, it's multiple. One.
So what's like,
just be there. That's beautiful.
What? Okay. I don't know how to
ask it.
Word the question. So yeah, what is it about? You have no kids?
I have no kids.
Okay.
And that's truly the only reason. But like I said, if you have multiple, that's a no deal. I mean, a deal breaker. But one, I'm open to that. I mean, because I am older. We're getting older, so.
And you say you're how old again?
I'm 35.
35. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any questions over here?
Can you answer your question?
As far as both family dynamics or
Sure, yeah.
Well, I have a strong family dynamic. Both of my parents are still together. They're actually having their 50th wedding anniversary this year. So, I've had a great example of, structure and what it is to build and grow together. So, thankful to them for that. So it just makes me, want that the same for myself. As far as a fun romantic date, I'm a spontaneous guy. So, I'm open to everything. First date, I'm more of a traditional guy. Let's, have dinner, maybe do a speakeasy lounge, something like that. If we're together, hey, we can just hop on a jet plane. I'm saying jet or plane, but we can take a flight for the weekend, or hey, we can get in the car and drive somewhere. So like I said, I love to travel. So it's just spontaneous, and whatever you and I enjoy together, we're gonna do it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Let's head on back. So we are down to our final two.
Okay.
It is time to pop a balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop that one balloon.
And no more questions.
Do you got one, Bruin?
No, just where do you live? I know she said Dallas.
Okay.
Where do you live? Oh.
So you're in Dallas. Where do you live?
I'm in New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Okay. And where are you?
Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, she seems awesome. Oh, the light brown dress seems to have an undercover attitude, and she was happy when the blue dress popped. Oh shit! Wow, I noticed that too. I just didn't say anything about that. Huh? Interesting. Go karts then. Cool. That's cool, Melinda. But yeah, interesting. Now that you mention it, that is a good point. But who am I to judge? But that's a really good analogy there, Michelle, and especially to what you just shared too, Melinda. Huh, interesting. So let's continue and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah,
it is time to pop now.
Okay. Awesome. So I assume no one has an issue.
Look at that when the camera's off. Or another person chances. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like she wants the attention to herself, basically, huh? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now that you mention that, I could do see that in her facial expressions. Because like if someone's like a camera is like the one in the glasses or the one in the white from the blue, like the one in the light dress kind of feels a certain way, kind of like she's wants to be the center of attention or something. Or I'm not saying she's like a narcissist or anything like that. It's a possibility, but it feels like she just wants to be the center of attention. And like if someone else, you know, takes that away from her, she has like feels a certain way about that. That's something to really just be like to be alert, to be aware of, basically, especially with certain people who act like that, man or woman. Yeah, something is going on, yo, for sure. Interesting.
With long distance?
Guess not. They sure don't.
Oh.
Okay, so let me have you standing here. Why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I like the things that he was saying and just kind of hearing them out. I kind of was popping soon for everybody. So, just giving him a fair shot.
Okay, sounds good. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
I mean, ultimately, it is the
It
is the one kid.
Now I'm a mind reader too. I was just saying, like, I was saying she was like a narcissistic if she wants to be the center of attention or something. I wasn't trying to say she is, but it's kind of like those traits, we all have that in ways, but like when it comes to the over narcissism, I don't know. It's just who am I to like diagnose people? I got to stay in my lane of expertise, but it's just like someone who wants to be the center of attention. I mean, they'll feel a certain way if their attention is not, directed towards them. So it's towards somebody else. They'll feel a certain way about it. I don't know. That's just me. But the one in the red is pretty. I like her. She seems solid. She's pretty. Is she from Trinidad too? All right, shout out to Trinidad. That's cool. That's cool.
It
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right, thank you. Let's come up to the front. Come on up here with us. All right, guys. Any final question between the two of you before we determine if we have a match?
So it's really important to me that my partner is someone who is dependable. It's not afraid of commitment. I love that you said that one of your kind of models for a relationship is your parents because they've been together for so long. In your life, maybe even in work, like what are some instances like where you're dependent on or like, yeah, where you're dependent on or like have a little more responsibility? Like,
okay. An example of that right now, in my current job, I had a few people who left or, left the company. So right now it is really on my shoulders to carry my team and lead my team. So right now, they're depending on me to lead and, rebuild the department. So at this time right now, I would say my career is where I'm doing that, but also with my family, niece and nephew, brothers, I'm the youngest of two siblings, and ironically, I think everyone looks to me for a lot of things. So, I'm always there for them, and I have a big family, and, we're just a close-knit family who sticks beside each other. So we're just always there for one another. That's, how I was raised.
okay.
Okay. We good?
I am good. Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Okay.
No. I mean, we didn't talk about it, but no kids either, or do you
No
have
kids.
Yeah. So
You don't have any kids?
no, I
Okay.
do not.
Okay. Well, let me ask my final question then, y'all. Is it a yes for you for him?
It's a yes for me.
And is it a yes for you for her?
That's a yes for me.
We got a match. I'll take the mic. Go ahead and get your girl. Make some noise for them, ladies.
Okay. It works out for this too.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. If you'd like to be featured in any of our upcoming episodes, make sure you click on that link in the description box below and fill out a form to be considered. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all next time.
Okay. Most, yeah, I wish them well too. So, hey, I ain't got nothing against them. I mean, I hope it all works out too. So, yeah, don't you think that was a fast episode, huh? So, yeah, definitely, for sure. That was a really quick episode. Let me go back to my camera real quick. So, yeah, that was a really quick episode too. So, when it comes to with that, I'm about to. Oh, whoops! I'm about to switch out something too. Hold on. Let's see. I'm not sure if you could. Not sure if you could see that. So when it comes to with that, I'm using like a different camera for readings too. So like if you guys ever want like a specific kind of reading too, like for like a message for today, when it comes to with that, I'm switching over to my HD camera too. So just really trying to get that working out too. So if you guys ever want like a message for today, I got this deck right here too when it comes to with these cards, or with the other two also with the divine feminine or with the divine masculine, or if you want like a spicy relationship reading too when it comes to with that, just feel free to let me know what kind of reading do you want today too. So yeah, that episode went pretty quick though. I'm not gonna lie, that was really quick. Just like an hour episode. That was really quick. But let me see if I can bring this out again and everything else. So cool. Break that out there. Spicy reading, yes, extra. Okay. Let me get my spicy cards up. All right, so let's see what we got here for Michelle. Okay. Spicy extra reading for you. Let's see. Put these cards out here. Let's see. Gotta take out my black bag up in here too. So got the black bag out and everything. So it's gonna be fun. So let's see what we got for Michelle. Let's see. So spicy. Michelle. This is going to be a fun, interesting episode. Let's see what happens next. Banana Man skid. You never know what you're going to get. So it's going to be really, really interesting. Oh, interesting. So that's one card here too for you, Michelle. But let's see when it comes to with that. Let's see what we got. Okay, what's the answer to this message too? All right, Michelle, let's see what we have for you. So extra spicy. She wants some extra sauce with this reading today. So, all right. Let's see what we have here. Okay, that's interesting. So, Michelle, you got some interesting messages. Let me see if I could make sure to straighten out this camera. Still just using this one, for my podcast for the, first time too. Well, first time live, basically. So, like, if any of these messages resonate with you, Michelle, just feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about these two messages for your spicy relationship reading. So, with the first one that I have for you is all about trust issues. I don't know if you could see that message too. So, like, when it comes to like with trust issues, and it's just like, just really, like sometimes there's a reason for like trust issues. It's probably like you're trying to protect yourself, and it's just like being curious about people's intentions when it comes to trying to connect with you. And there's nothing wrong with that too. So it's kind of like, you know, protecting yourself. And especially when it comes to like, analyzing people's intentions, especially if it's from another man or for another woman. And specifically, for you, Michelle, just really recognizing that too when it comes to trust issues. Not saying there's like a bad thing, but like just really, understanding like when it comes to just really, venting people and just really figuring people out's intentions when it comes to with that, because you never know like what people's intentions are too nowadays. So like when it comes to with this message too, and especially too, like for your overall well-being, just really taking that to heart. And with the next message that I have for you is all about protection. So just really taking the time for yourself to really just protecting yourself and like, wearing protection metaphorically, but also like with this message too, Michelle, just really protecting yourself, especially from people's weird requests or energies or, physical advances and all that stuff too when it comes to with these, two cards together. So it's kind of like, when it comes to with these two cards together, like trust issues and protecting yourself, it's kind of like a ways too, like for you to really just, venting people out and just really protecting yourself from people's weird advances. So when it comes to with that, if these messages resonate with you, Michelle, just feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about that too when it comes to with these powerful, spicy messages. If you want like two more, I could totally pull some more cards for you too, for you as well. So I worry about catching an STD, so that's what. Yeah, maybe that's it. I mean, there's nothing wrong just being worried about that because no one wants a STD. So I understand that clearly, and I respect that for you. Just want to protect yourself from that as well. So, oh, you want to take two more? Okay, I got you. All right, I got you. I got you. So interesting. Interesting. So let's see what we have here for Michelle. Interesting. Yeah, for sure. I understand that completely too, Melinda. Yeah, I don't blame Michelle for feeling that way. Because I'll be like, worried too. Like, do you have like STDs, like anything like that? Because I'll be asking the same thing. There's nothing wrong with that too. Just being concerned and just really, protecting yourself, So understandable. So let's see. Interesting. Okay. And I'll put that one down. And what is the next one that I have for you, Michelle? Let's see. Yeah, I'm clean too, Michelle, and I'm want to stay that way as well. So understandable there. Very understandable there. So let's see here. When it comes to that. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. You got some interesting messages here too. So let me see if I can straighten this camera out. Yeah, there you go. Voila. So, wait, does it look crooked? Is it just me? Hold up, wait a minute. Gotta get this straightened out with the camera here. So, there we go. That's much better. Okay, okay. So, Michelle, you got 2 more cards here too when it comes to you with your reading. So, the first card that I have for you is all about the Temptress. So, it's kind of like with you too. Like you're the Temptress. You're just want to just explore and just really, dabble into some stuff too when it comes to with your relationships, exploring your options, avenues, desires, whatever that may be when it comes to with its message. It's really powerful. Beautiful image here too with the Temptress card here too. Really sexy stuff right here. So when it comes to with this message for you and with the answer to that as well, it's just like you really want to just really, test the waters basically. You want like, testing the waters, you want to just explore and all that stuff too. So it's kind of like, when it comes to just, exploring your options and people just shooting your shot basically, just really, figuring it out too when it comes to with this message. And especially when it comes to for your relationship goals and desires and all that. So yeah, there's cool stuff here too. So just really exploring that when it comes to with dabbling and exploring too when it comes to with that, people want to shoot your shot towards you to date or anything like that too. So just really having fun in a really powerful way, basically, when it comes to with this message. Really interesting stuff here. So most interesting. Let me see if I could put the question down. Oh shit. When it comes to you with your messages as well. So hopefully these are really helpful for you too, Michelle. And big shout out to you as well. I'm trying to figure out when it comes to with that camera position, so forgive me on that. I'm just doing my best with this too, just figuring out my 4K HD camera and all that shit. So hopefully these messages are really helpful for you, Michelle. So if anyone else wants like a message too when it comes to you with these cards as well, feel free to let me know, post your question, and I'll definitely will pull some cards for you too. You want a spicy relationship reading or something else? So feel free to let me know, and I'll definitely will help you guys help you out with that basically. So let's see here. Let's one right here. Yeah, all that stuff too. So cool. And there we go. So here we go. So, something funny happened today. This dude I had my eyes on, though he's younger, he was walking in the door with a skid of bananas. Oh my gosh, he met the banana man. He was in a different form today too. That's interesting. Oh shit, you found the banana guy. You found him. Did you get his number? I could tell the story and it would be funny if I limited space to. Oh yeah, I understand. You can feel free to share the whole story when you can too, like on Messenger or Instagram or something. That would be cool to read. Candy apple spice relationship. Okay, Melinda, I got you. But yeah, interesting story, Michelle. Thanks for sharing. That's interesting. Most interesting. So cool. I'm such a perfectionist sometimes too. So let me see. I'm trying to figure it out one more time. There, oh, that's good. Ugh, my goodness. All right, so let's see what we have here. And let's go. So Melinda, she wants a candy apple spicy ring. Okay, I got you. Let's see what we got here from Melinda. All right, Melinda, what we got here? Melinda. Well, shit, you got an interesting message here. So there's a powerful one here too for you, Melinda. So I'm gonna see if I could scroll it up a little bit more. And let's see what the next one that we have for you too. What is the other one? So apples, apples and bananas, eh? Interesting combo there. Good for your health too, apples and bananas and all that. Potassium and apples is good for your teeth and everything else. And overall, though, too, the forbidden fruit, they call it in certain religions. So, yeah, good stuff. All right, so Melinda, what do we have for you? Let's see. Interesting combo you got, Melinda. I'm going to reveal these cards for you too. And if these cards resonate with your relationship life right now, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about that as well. So have healthy apples. Interesting. So let me try to raise this. Yes, sweet. But anyways, Melinda, the first card that I have for you is the Mistress. And this is a really interesting message here too when it comes to with the Mistress. And it's just like you really are just looking to, I say like take charge, but I feel like you are really are just like you have this kind of like strong masculine energy to really just seeking things out too when it comes to with what you want. So it's kind of like, it's like you're not playing around like with mistresses. They don't play around. They know what they want. They'll take action to get it. And, they don't fuck around. They have no nonsense kind of attitude. And like for you, Melinda, you're the mistress right now too, in your own way, basically, when it comes to with this message. So definitely for sure when it comes to with the mistress, it's a really powerful message all about taking action and not tolerating any kind of like nonsense too when it comes to with this message. And really powerful stuff here too when it comes to with this message for you, Melinda. But like when it comes to with the answer to with your reading too, I feel like you really want some romance. So it's kind of like, hey, nothing wrong with seeking out romance when it comes to with whoever that you're desiring or what you want to experience too when it comes to with that. And yeah, that's really powerful, especially when it comes to with romance, like romantic sex here too. It's like you're looking for intimacy. So really powerful stuff. You're really just seeking out intimacy in a really powerful way. Basically, you're just taking action with that, and there's nothing wrong doing that too for yourself, Melinda. So when it comes to with these two cards together, it's really interesting. So like with the mistress card here too for you, and with the romantic sex, it's just like, oh, you're just really taking action to really just experiencing that romantic sex in a really powerful way too. So really interesting stuff here for you, Melinda. And if this resonates for you too, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about that as well. So really powerful stuff. Yeah, seriously, really powerful. Get to. Do you want two more cards for you, Melinda? I could pull two more cards for you, then I'll go to myself and pull some cards for the collective to wrap things up. So if you want two more cards, Melinda, just feel free to let me know. I got the energy for it. No worries if you don't want to. Just gonna wait for your answer. Let's shuffle these cards too. Only if you feel. I'll pull two cards. I'm gonna honor your sister's request, so I'm gonna pull two cards for you. So I'm gonna see if I can move these up a little bit more. And perfect. So two more cards from Melinda. Let's see what we have here for you. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get, shall we? Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so let's see what we have here. And let's fill this up. Hey, nice. I'm gonna put that card down too for you. And what is the other one? Let's see what we have here. So let's see. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see what we have here from Linda. And so, yeah. Okay, this is good. Oh shit. Okay. Interesting. Most interesting. That's an interesting combination there too. So, you got some interesting messages again too, Melinda. So again, if any of these messages resonate, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts. What I'm about to share. So when it comes to with the next message that I have for you, Melinda, I feel like you want to be more playful too when it comes to what you're desiring. So just really exploring that too when it comes to with this beautiful woman with those melons that she's showing off. Just doing that respectfully, of course. It's nothing too revealing. Just sharing this kind of picture too, or message, I should say, too, when it comes to being more playful and just like when it comes to like with playfulness, it's like a way for us to really just explore, to have fun when it comes to just, exploring our desires, when it comes to with our options and what we're looking for, when it comes to the type of person who we're attracted to, what we want to connect with, and etc. Just really, having fun with that too when it comes to with this message. And just like when it comes to with the next message that I have for you, it's all about with the open relationship because you guys talked about that earlier, with the podcast and all that. But like when it comes to with the opening the relationship, so it's kind of like not in a way so you don't have to be polyamorous. That's something that if you don't feel comfortable, that's totally fine. Just really, exploring your options basically too when it comes to who you're looking for and just really looking for that kind of special person when it comes to with that, just really exploring your options too when it comes to with opening your relationship, if you choose to do so, when it comes to for your own love life as well, Melinda. So really powerful information here too, especially when it comes to being playful and opening relationship too, and the previous ones too, when it comes to with the mistress and romantic sex. So just wherever that floats your boat, Melinda, just really exploring that for yourself also when it comes to with your messages and everything else. So really powerful stuff here for you too, Melinda, and feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about it as well at any time also too when it comes to with your reading as well. So if any of these messages resonate with you, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about that at any time, and many blessings. So really cool stuff here for you too. That's some funny shit. It's warm here and we're topless. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So cool. I'm glad it resonates. That's funny. So I don't think I ever seen that card before. Maybe so you're talking about this one, right? So this one's like, um, yeah, that's really interesting too. The melons look nice. Saying that respectfully, of course. Don't come at me, you two. So when it comes to you with this message, it's really a really cool picture. So I like the artwork in this too. Not saying because I'm a straight man and all that, but I'm just honoring art where it's, giving credit where credit's due, basically. So yeah, being open and playfulness, like go karts. Oh yeah, for sure. That's a beautiful way to look at it too. So being playful too when it comes to with that and just really opening relationships too, like doing exploring other options. That's really powerful. That's a good way to look at it too. So definitely for sure, Melinda. Good stuff. Good stuff. Awesome. Awesome. So good stuff here too, especially. So leave someone to the imagination for you to leave someone to the imagination for you to right, yeah, I get that. And I was eating the orange too when we were watching the podcast. So that's ironic that you mentioned oranges too, because I was eating the orange during the podcast. That's funny. That's hilarious, actually. Good stuff. Mm. Mm. Well, that's funny. I'm glad you liked the reading, Melinda. I hope it was helpful for you too. So good stuff there. Interesting. Most interesting. Oh shit. So I think it's my turn, right? Is that what Michelle's saying? So let's see. Okay, yeah, definitely. I'll pull some cards on myself too. Saying that respectfully, of course. Power 3 fruits. Bananas and oranges and melons and all that shit. Having a juicy orange, apples, bananas. Hey, that does sound good, actually. Oranges and apples and bananas, too. That sounds pretty good, actually. Nutritious. Like a fruit salad or something. That sounds good. You just gave me an idea, Michelle. Thank you. I'll have to make a fruit salad for after this podcast. I'm craving that right now with some water. Yeah, you just gave me an idea. Thank you. Fruit salad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You just gave me an idea. With some noodles too, or no or less. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, let's see. Pull some cards on my own. So most interesting. We'll see what I get too with these messages. See what I get. Hmm. Hmm. Shit. Okay. That's interesting. So I'm going to put this card down here for myself, basically. And this is an interesting message. So let's the answer to this one, though. Let's see. This is an interesting message. Let's see. It's going to shuffle this deck, though. Let's see what we get with this message. And let's see. It's really sense with that, though. Shit. Okay. We have to get you a t-shirt lined up and ready. Oh yeah, that'll come soon, Michelle. We definitely got to get that lined up too. So yeah, I'm gonna reveal the cards right now too, Michelle. So brace yourself. This is gonna be pretty juicy. And with the cards that I pulled too for my own reading too, and feel free to share how you guys feel about that when it comes to with these two messages because they kind of hit home. So like with the first card that I got is satisfaction. So it's basically when it comes to being satisfied. And this really hits home for me because I experienced, some satisfaction the other day when it comes to going to the workshop and everything else. It's really cool. I'm really content. So it's kind of like I'm grateful, satisfied. It's like, that orgasmic feeling, like just being satisfied. It's pretty fucking awesome. I'll say that at least. And it's really good. So when it comes to with this message of just being satisfied, it's really cool. And especially with this message too, when it comes to with this one. And just like with the answer to this message as well, when it comes to with this one as well. And just really being freaky with someone too. So you look at the look in their eyes too. It's like, oh shit, that's really cool. So really spicy stuff here too when it comes to with that. And yeah, it's just like, someone wants to, have like a good time, jump my bones and all that. So cool stuff, freaky deaky. It's really interesting stuff here too when it comes to with these messages. So really cool stuff. Cool stuff here. Feel free to share how you guys feel about that. Should I pull two more cards just to, add some more spice to it, or that's okay? Yeah, she's got like a sinister look too. Yeah. It's like a freaky sinister look, like she want to clap your cheeks or something. Yo, pause for anyone who's listening. So, wait, let me see what it says. The look when you're giving chick that. Oh yeah, good analogy there, Melinda. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the look when I gave the host of the workshop at massage. It's like, yo, like she was all energized and shit too. I was like, oh shit. So it was fun. It was fun. So yeah, definitely for sure, for sure. Really powerful stuff here too when it comes to like. Let me see if I could tilt the camera a little bit. There you go. Hold on a second. Ugh. Yeah, let me see if I can tilt the camera a little bit. There we go. So definitely for sure. So I'll pull 2 more cards here and see what we get. Yeah, she does look like Christina Ricci a little bit, does she? Yeah, especially in the face right there too. Let me see. Oh yeah, for sure. She definitely looks like her. Oh, for sure. 100%. Oh yeah, yeah, Melinda, feel free to fill her in on the massage story in the workshop too. I'll have to break it down there too. So let's see. So 2 more just to clarify a little bit too. I'll probably have to I'll share the story too when it comes to with that. So basically, Michelle, just to keep it short, I went to this tantric workshop. And when it comes to it, my friend was hosting it at her house, and basically we were doing all these activities. When it comes to with like for single people, we have to pair with like other people, switching out partners when it comes to with men and women. Like with the first activity, we were doing eye gazing, just looking at people's eyes, just looking at each other's eyes and eye gazing too when it comes to with that. And then like with this other activities that I did too, it's just like when it comes to with like kissing. So it's kind of like, a single woman and a single man, like kissing like the cheek or the third eye or the neck. I experienced that. I got kissed. I kissed somebody else when it comes to with the other woman. And then like the third thing that we did too, when it comes to just like palm readings too, I was switch out partners when it comes to just like with the host of the workshop. She was my partner, and she was reading my palm, and then basically when it comes to with the massage, I just got like a massage demonstration, and I was like you know I say I was like a guinea pig or something like I don't know how to put the word. It's like I say like a guinea pig too, basically. And then like other words too, like when it comes to me being massaged, we had to switch places. So I gave her a massage, and sure enough, when I gave her a massage and asked her if it was okay for her, I could massage certain places. After it was all said and done, she had this kind of like look into her eyes too, similar to this. So when it comes to with that, how do you sign up for that? And I'll give you the information. Like she's living in California, so like I'll give you the information for that too if you're interested. She does some stuff online too, so I'll have to share your Instagram and all that. So really interesting stuff that you mentioned at Michelle. So let me see. Let me pull another card. I'm just flapping my gums right now. Oh man. Whew. Mm. Hot diggity damn. So I can see what I have here too. I don't know why these cards looking kind of raggedy right now. So yeah, it was like a fun workshop for sure. It was fun. Really good experience. So I feel satisfied when it comes to with the first message here too. Oh, definitely. I was satisfied too. It was a good workshop. It was really fun. So let me see. I'm trying to straighten out these cards here too. So let's see. There we go. And there, yeah. No, it was the other day. That was last night. So it happened last night, on Friday. So let's see. Oh, Interesting. Most interesting. So I got some interesting messages here too. So sign up for all the yeah, for sure, for sure. We'll shuffle this again. Hold on. Let me do a reroll one more time. Let me get a shuffle of that. Okay, let's try that again. Oh shit. Okay, interesting. So got some interesting messages here too when it comes to with that. You think I took that card out of the deck? That's a good guess, but I didn't do that. I'm more fair than that. So hey, God gives me some credit, you know? So when it comes to with that, and I'm going to share the other two cards that I have too. So again, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about that as well at any time. And the first card that I, pull too when it comes to with this, my reading is all about seduction. So like when it comes to with seduction, like I kind of experienced that at the workshop. So I was like, oh, that was interesting. It was really cool. Is experiencing that kind of intimacy too when it comes to with other single women and all that, which is really cool. Of course, nothing wrong with that. So that's really cool. And everything else, it's like, hey, it is what it is when it comes to with that. So really, really interesting stuff. You can see this message right here too. So definitely some seduction right here too when it comes to with this message. And of course, also I gotta, when it comes to with these messages, I'm about to share the other one. It's just like, hey, I'm just craving more with that shit too. So this is really cool. It says you're the one I want. So I'm just really desiring more of those workshops too. So I'm definitely gonna be signing up for more workshops, in the near future. So definitely looking forward to experiencing some more fun in those workshops. So definitely for sure. It sounds like fun. And sounds like awesome stuff here too. So and this one really hits home too because the next workshop that might happen is gonna be more creative and spicy. So yeah, so yeah, book all those workshops for sure. Definitely. I'll definitely look into that for sure. Oh, for sure. Definitely, definitely. I'm definitely gonna do that. That's for sure. And all in black and white. Interesting. So interesting stuff here when it comes to with these four powerful messages here too. So trying to put in all in order and all that shit. So really cool stuff. Cool stuff. Mm, mm, mm. You got the best four cards on that workshop day. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I definitely did. Ain't that the truth? Spirit is spot on, that's for sure. Definitely. The spirits don't lie about this stuff, So definitely for sure I'll have to keep this in mind when it comes to with the workshops and all that. I have to book some more. Just to like experiment, See where it goes. This is gonna be really cool. So definitely for sure. Interesting. Is she white? Only asking because you mentioned all black and white, not trying to. Oh, that's a good question. No, the person that the host that hosted the workshop, she's from Spain. So I think she's Spanish. Like she's got like a really, really beautiful and thick accent. So she's from Spain and she's really cool as hell. So beautiful and cool. So she's from Spain. So that's a really good question, though. And to be honest with you, like I look beyond race when it comes to with women. I love all women equally. Even though I mentioned like how certain women are really powerful, like black women, for example. But like other than that, though, I appreciate all women equally, whether they're white, if they're European, if they're black, if they're Asian, and if they're from Spain and all that too. I love beautiful women. So definitely. Oh, that's cool. Your friend Leah's from Spain too. Shout out to your friend. So cool. Cool, cool, cool. That's what's up. Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Good stuff, Michelle. So those are my cards for anyone who's watching this live and watching the replay too. So feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about these messages too when it comes to with that. And I'm about to put these away and I'm about to pull some cards for the collective. So I'm going to do that and just wrap this podcast up. So cool stuff. Let me see what we get for you guys too when it comes to with this podcast here. And let's see. Yeah, the accents from Spain are very beautiful for sure. Yeah, I agree with that. Beautiful accents. When I first met my friend too, that she did the chocolate workshop like last month, her accent is beautiful. It's very smooth and fluent. So it's like, whoa, that's beautiful. That's what's up. That really caught me off guard. I was like, that's cool. So I like accents are beautiful, especially from different countries too, like from Spain or Brazil or Italy too. So definitely accents are sexy, I'll tell you that much. But especially if it's from the opposite sex too. Or if you guys feel the same way too when it comes to with men who has different accents, that's cool too, So definitely, definitely. Nothing wrong with that. All right, for the card for today. All right, so we'll put the first message here. And what's the second message that I have for people too that you can take? Okay, so let's see, we'll put that down too. Interesting. Okay. Put the second message down for the collective. Let's see if I could pull these cards right here. And then I'm going to pull one more, then I'm going to share these what I'm about to reveal. So let's see what we have for you guys here too for the collective and anything else. So let's see. For the collective and else. Interesting. Okay. Oh, wow. Interesting. Same message as before. Most interesting. So I got some powerful collective messages for anyone who is watching this live and for those who are watching a replay too. So if any of these messages resonate for you, especially for April and for spring, especially, and for their year of 2025, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts at any time when it comes to with these messages. So with the first message that I have for you guys is all about virtue. So basically, when it comes to with virtue, just really knowing your worth and just like really connecting with your worth too when it comes to honoring your honoring your best self on a daily basis when it comes to with this message and just really doing that in a really powerful way to really just honor yourself on a daily basis, knowing your worth as a human being, and just really doing that in a really powerful way, especially in your relationships with life, with yourself, and other people who you're connected with, and especially in your environment, especially when it comes to with this message. And with the second message that I have for you guys is all about protection. So just really taking the time for yourself to really just protecting yourself from within too, and just really protecting yourself emotionally, energetically, mentally, physically, and even spiritually too when it comes to with that just really finding that sense of protection too, even if you have to pray for it, if you need to just like do like a ritual, whatever that works for you when it comes to with protection, just really doing that for yourself in a really powerful way too. So yeah, just really taking the time for yourself to really just protecting yourself and really just doing that in a really powerful way. So when it comes to with this message right here too, when it comes to with protection and when it comes in the next message that I have for you guys also when it comes to with this collective reading as well, and just really taking the time for yourself to really just seeing the beauty within yourself and with other people and your environment especially, and just really taking the time for yourself to really just appreciating the most beautiful aspects of yourself, people that everything that's around you, and especially within your environment as well. And sorry for that little blue dot. I'm not sure what that is. Probably the camera. Let me see if I could pull this back a little bit. So when it comes to you with virtue as well, just really taking the time for yourself to when it comes to you with appreciating the most beautiful aspects of yourself and with other people, and I say other people, but also all beings in life too, and especially within your communities and your environment as well. So when it comes to with these three powerful collective messages for anyone who is just watching this for the first time or for the second time or for the third time too, wherever that floats your boat, just really appreciating yourself on a daily basis, knowing your worth basically when it comes to virtue, and then protecting yourself as well when it comes to who you are emotionally, energetically, mentally, physically, and spiritually when it comes to for your overall health and well-being when it comes to with protecting yourself. That's really important, and just really appreciating the most beautiful aspects of ourselves too, who we are as human beings, as a person, as an individual, and especially within our environment and the people that we care about and in our communities, etc. Just really taking action to appreciate the most beautiful aspects of ourselves and people that we care about, and even our environment, especially too, when it comes to with the last message. So really powerful messages here too for anyone who is just watching this live and watching the replay too. So yeah, definitely appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, definitely really powerful messages for the collective too when it comes to with that. And of course too, I thank you guys for just watching and having fun, having conversations about relationships and other topics, watching other content relating to that as well. And I appreciate you guys too for really just being patient and hanging out with me for almost 3 hours so far. So I really appreciate you guys for just hanging out and having fun and learning along the way. When it comes to with these after hour conversations, I'll definitely will be going back live next Saturday for sure. Just really making this like a regular thing too. If any changes occur, I'll let you guys know too when it comes to like with the like a post on the YouTube page or on Instagram, especially when it comes to with that. And yeah, that's basically it. So again, if you guys ever want to reach out to me or if you guys ever want to just, say hello or anything else, feel free to, hit me up on Instagram and on YouTube. And if you guys ever, like want some like words of encouragement too, if anyone gives you any kind of crap for any kind of reason, you have a right to kick them out, kind of like this.
Go fuck out of here! Go fuck!
Because we don't need no haters up in here. And if you guys love this podcast, if you guys ever want to show support for this podcast too, just feel free to smash the like button. I really appreciate that. Gives so much support when it comes to with that. A like really helps with my channel being in the algorithm and all that. So if you guys want to hit the like button too, I really appreciate that. And for anyone who is giving you any kind of crap for any kind of reason, just protect yourself like this.
Shut your bitch ass up!
Gotta tell them to really just, know their role and
shut up, bitch!
Yeah, like that. So when it comes to with that, and again, if people give you any kind of crap for any kind of reason, because human beings are really weird like that, they can be. And just when it comes to with that, just really protecting yourself and just really on yourself like this.
People don't like how you be yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on and crazy through all lips. That's all you do.
That's all you do. God damn it. And you know what? Just making a promise of that too.
And that is a promise.
Yeah. So yes, thank you guys for hanging out. Shout out to Michelle. Laughs is good. Laughter is medicine. So yes, thank you. I appreciate that, Melinda. I love spending time with you guys too when it comes to with these podcasts as well. Rest in peace to the late great Bernie Mac. Yes, indeed, he is still missed to this day. One of the goats in comedy and entertainment. So shout out to Bernie Mac and his family. He's still missed to this day too. So definitely for sure too. And yes, again, if I'll play these clips one more time. So anyone's giving you any kind of crap for any kind of reason, just tell them this.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Or say it like this.
Shut up, bitch.
That you could say, know your role and
shut up, bitch.
Yeah. And if they still give you any kind of crap for any kind of reason too, just boot them out of your life. We don't need no haters up in here. So just give them the boot.
Go fuck out of here. Go fuck.
Yeah. yes, indeed. Like the legendary Undertaker says.
And that is a promise.
Yeah. So definitely for sure. That is a promise for sure. And yes, indeed. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys again too. So again, feel free to, if you guys want to see more content on this channel, feel free to just, like the old saying goes to from Captain America to smash the like button. And if you guys want to, subscribe to my channel too, making sure you hit the notification bell so that way you'll get notified to all the things that I'm doing for this channel. And I will see you guys around next week. So good night, good morning, and good afternoon to anyone who is watching this. And I'll see you guys around. So peace and many blessings. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely will post my Amazon wish list. So it's on my all my links website. So it's kind of like if you guys ever want to check out my Amazon wish list, you're more than welcome to do so. So I'll post it real quick before I go. So let's see. There we go. So there's my Amazon wish list too. So again, feel free to check it out if you guys ever want to. So no pressure on that. And yeah, again too. So let me see if I could post my links here too. So there we go. So if you guys ever want to find me on social media and everything else, here's my links. So again, feel free to find me on social media, check out my Amazon wish list or book my services, wherever that floats your boat. And yeah, or even send me questions too. So feel free to, check it out if you want to. No pressure. And again, I'm about to wrap it up, get some snacks, call it a night, and all that. Oh, no worries. You don't have to give me anything, Melinda. Just you being here is enough. So you don't have to give me anything, but if you do want to, that's totally up to you. But, no pressure. And I appreciate you too when it comes to with that. So yes, good night, everybody, or good morning and good afternoon. And I'll see you guys around next week. So peace and many blessings.